96.9 FM. Streaming on GuardianTalkRadio.com and the Guardian Radio app. Nassau, Bahamas. The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of the management and staff of Guardian Radio.
Good morning. The prosecution closing its case against Adrian Gibson. The government pressed on Gardner's legal fees and changes in vehicle license fees. Plus, it's a special show today. We're coming to you live from Bahamas Bus and Truck, the GWM dealership, for a special event for Father's Day. Powerful deals for Dad. We'll tell you all about that this morning. I'm Dwight Strachan, and this is Morning Blend.
It's a new day. Wake up. It's a new day. It's the start of a new way. Don't you know that it's the start of the end of the old way. Wake up.
Good morning again, Bahamas. It is Friday, June 19th, 2026. This is Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9. Again, I'm Dwight Strachan. In a moment, Ricardo Wells will be joining us. And as we said, we're coming to you live from Bahamas Bus and Truck today. A big event happening here today. We'll get all the details about that. And you need to make your way down here for 10 o'clock for the powerful deals for Dad on the beautiful vehicles they have for sale here. Again, more on that throughout the day, but also just in time for Father's Day, and it's Juneteenth in the United States. Chef Simeon Hall Jr. is going to be here with us. We're going to be talking about some exciting and interesting food for Dad and for Juneteenth and more. That's coming up. But first, it's time for the overnight, the latest breaking news from while we're sleeping, and the top national and international headlines this morning. In the overnight, the prosecution Thursday closing their corruption case against former Water and Sewage Corporation Executive Chairman Adrian Gibson 2.5 years after calling their first witness. Gibson's former fiancée, Alexandria Mackey, who previously testified he abused his position to give contracts to companies that he told her to form, concluded her evidence yesterday. Mackey, who was granted immunity, testified that Baha Maintenance and Elite Maintenance all eventually sent money to Edwalino Holdings, which was controlled by Gibson. She also testified that the money to buy properties in Long Island and New Providence came from those contracts. Following her testimony, Director of Public Prosecutions Cordell Frazier closed her case without calling 7 witnesses listed on the indictment. After consulting with Gibson, lead defense lawyer Damian Gomez KC asked that those witnesses be made available for the defense. Senior Justice Cheryl Grant Thompson will hear legal arguments in the jury's absence, and the 8-member panel is tentatively expected to return in August. Gibson is on trial along with former WSC General Manager Elwood Donaldson Jr., his barber and friend Jerome Missick, his former campaign manager Joanne Knowles, and Peaches Farquharson. The trial has not been heard continuously since it began in November 2023. The defense has launched multiple missed by the Court of Appeal. A judge has denied bail to an engineer accused of murdering a fellow crew member on the super yacht Far From It. Brigado Lara Munoz has been for the murder of 20-year-old South African stewardess Paige Bell since July 2025. Justice Wilhelmina Archer-Mins refused his bail application, citing the strength of the evidence and deeming the Mexican a potential flight risk. Prosecutors allege that the 40-year-old Munoz slit Bell's throat in the yacht's engine room while it was moored at Harbor Island in Eleuthera. Munoz allegedly tried to take his life following the incident. Long Island MP Dr. Andre Rollins questioning whether government is paying the legal defense of convicted drug dealer Jonathan Eric Gardner, who faces drug trafficking, gun possession charges in New York. Prime Minister Philip Davis said the government funds are allocated for legal services benefiting the government of the Bahamas and not individuals. Rollins raising the issue as MPs went through the various heads of the 2026-27 budget. He asked about the allocation for consultancy services in the Office of the Prime Minister, or the Office of the Attorney General, rather, which Davis said is to provide external legal services rendered on behalf of the government. Finance Minister Michael Halkidis says that an unchanged $140,000 allocation for the 26-27 fiscal year will be enough to move forward with the full implementation of the Freedom of Information Act. The matter coming up as Long Island MP Rollins questioned a line item allocated, the allocation named Special Financing Transactions or Financial Transactions. Halkidis said the line item is a provision for the Freedom of Information Unit. When Rollins asked if the government believed that this was enough money in order to fully implement the objectives of FOIA, Halkidis said he did. He noted that the allocations for operational expenses but does not include salaries. It's been estimated that $1 million is needed to fully implement FOIA, a critical and long-promised piece of transparency legislation. Overseas, from the United Kingdom, Labour's Andy Burnham, the current mayor of Greater Manchester, has won a special election for a seat in Parliament that puts him in a position to challenge embattled Prime Minister Keir Starmer for leadership of the country. Burnham decisively winning the seat of Makerfield in northwest England over Rob Kenyon of the anti-immigration party Reform UK. The victory announced early today cements the status of the 56-year-old Burnham, the politician nicknamed the King of the North. He's likely the top contender to replace Starmer as leader of the Labour Party and the country. Burnham won almost 55% of the 45,510 votes cast for a field of more than a dozen candidates, over 9,000 more than runner-up Kenyon. Burnham's victory speech left no doubt that he wants to lead the country and not just be one of the more than 400 Labour lawmakers in the 650-seat House of Commons. Starmer congratulated Burnham, writing on X, formerly Twitter, that voters chose Labour's campaign of hope and optimism over division and hate, but he insisted he would fight attempts to oust him. Burnham has led Manchester since 2017, overseeing rapid regeneration for the city where the Industrial Revolution was forged. He's pledging to repeat his signature brand on a national scale. And Cuba's powerful Communist Party Thursday approving an emergency economic package featuring unprecedented free market measures aimed at opening up the struggling island's economy as pressure from the U.S. and the European Union heightens. The document, which is not yet made public, will be submitted to Cuba's National Assembly. It envisions expanding opportunities for private enterprise, greater autonomy for municipalities and state-owned companies, and measures to attract additional foreign investment, including from Cubans abroad. In recent days, residents in several Havana neighborhoods staged protests, banging pots and pans as power outages spread across the island. President Miguel Diaz-Canel saying late Wednesday in the closing speech of the Communist Party session that, quote, Cuba resists heroically and creatively, but has endured far too long a barbaric, underserved, and unbearable punishment, to which is now added the threat of military aggression. The announcement comes after months of increasing pressure from the U.S. and high-level talks between the two countries that have included Raul Castro's grandson. The U.S. has levied numerous sanctions against Cuba and has indicted Raul Castro in connection with the 1996 downing of two civilian planes operated by Miami exiles. And the U.S. military attacking a boat accused of smuggling drugs in the Eastern Pacific Thursday, killing 3 people as the Trump administration wages a months-long campaign against alleged traffickers in Latin America. The latest attack brings the number of people who have been killed in boat strikes by the U.S. military to at least 211 since the Trump administration began targeting those it calls narco-terrorists in early September. As with most of the military statements on strikes in the Eastern Pacific Ocean and Caribbean Sea, U.S. Southern Command said it targeted the alleged drug traffickers along known smuggling routes. The military did not provide evidence that the vessel was ferrying drugs. A video posted on X showed a boat speeding through the water before being struck and bursting into flames. And the Ebola outbreak in Congo and Uganda has claimed more than 200 lives in its first month and is the worst known outbreak at this stage, with up to 35,000 suspected potential contacts. That's according to Africa's Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. With 894 confirmed cases so far, the current outbreak is 3 times worse than a previous outbreak in Uganda in 2000, which had 281 cases at the same point. The latest number of cases believed to be higher because of the outbreak. The outbreak was confirmed on May 15th, weeks after it was suspected to have begun. The number of cases has increased 38% since last week and is now in 32 health zones across eastern Congo. The outbreak is caused by a rare virus which has no approved vaccines or treatments and was not tested for in the early days.
This is Sports Update.
In sports, Bahamian junior golfers showcasing the strength and depth of the nation's development programs in golf by capturing 8 of 12 division titles in the inaugural U.S. Kids Bahamas Invitational at the Lyford Key Golf Club this week. The historic championship welcomed golfers from across the country and the United States, while also serving as an official U.S. Kids Golf International Invitational event and awarding valuable priority status points towards qualification for major international championships, including the U.S. Kids World Championships set for this summer in North Carolina. The tournament producing impressive performances. You can read all about that in today's Guardian Sports section. Bahamian female powerlifters Indira Gibson and Alicia Turner-Bain, both from the JKS Fitness powerlifting team, competing in the USA Powerlifting Raw National Championships in Chicago. The Bahamian contingent including Coach Javon Saunders and handler Shane Monker and Leonardo Ferguson. Turner-Bain finishing in the top 15 of her weight class after overcoming significant challenges. Gibson earning a PR in the squat with a performance of 167.5 kilograms or 369 pounds. More on that in today's Guardian Sports section. And bodybuilding as a sport has experienced its ebbs and flows over the years in the Bahamas. It has been primarily dominated by men. But DeKel, Bowflex Barbie Quant, Kara Saunders, and Dawn Charlton have all achieved accolades in the sport and are encouraging more women to try it and compete. Quant making history last year as the first Bahamian female to qualify for Miss Olympia. She described bodybuilding as a sport that has different layers and looks different for each woman. You can read the full story in today's Guard Sports section. From World Cup football, Mexico taking advantage of a defensive under by South Korea to win 1-0 to become the first team to advance to the knockout stage of the World Cup Thursday. It's across country, Mexico, to celebrate. It marks a major triumph for a team that failed to get out of the group stage in 2022 and now has won twice on home soil in front of jubilant crowds. Mexico players celebrated at midfield and waved to the fans who cheered and sang from the packed stands. As soon as the final whistle blew, the mariachis began to sing, while thousands of people walked in from all directions. And the NBA, the New York Knicks, with their massive celebration. Jalen Brunson holding up the golden NBA championship trophy for a forest of outstretched hands to touch as fans celebrated the New York Knicks' first title in 53 years yesterday. A booming parade throughout Manhattan's skyscraper-flanked Canyon of Heroes. The mayor presenting keys to the city to the Knicks players, coaches, owners, and staff, wearing a team jersey under his suit jacket. Zoran Mandani saying that he and other fans waited because he knew deep down that the Knicks would win someday. That's sports, and that's the overnight. Time for your first look at weather. Your first look at weather for today brought to you by Star General. We've got that heat advisory. It's still in effect for the northern half of the country. That's the northern and northwest Bahamas, including New Providence, Grand Bahama, Bimini, Abaco, the Berry Islands, and Andros. Everyone's being advised to remain hydrated and limit outdoor activities, or strenuous outdoor activities at least, especially during peak daytime hours. Also, the strong high-pressure system over the country is continuing to maintain these high temperatures, moderate to fresh winds, slight to moderate seas. Hot and humid conditions with pockets of streaming moisture will introduce some passing showers and late afternoon thunderstorms across parts of the country today, especially for the northern Bahamas by tonight. The UV index will still be a factor in the very high to extreme range, and we've got a slight risk of rip currents along Atlantic exposed beaches. Beachgoers should exercise caution. Saharan dust expected to infiltrate the southeast Bahamas and the Turks and Caicos by late tonight and move its way into the central Bahamas by Saturday morning and the northwest Bahamas by Saturday night. The level of dust is expected to reach moderate levels and may impact air quality and hinder visibility while persisting throughout the remainder of the weekend. Everyone's being advised to exercise caution, especially those with respiratory illnesses and other health conditions. So for today, your forecast, the northern half of the country looking at partly sunny conditions, turning fair tonight, a 10 to 20% chance of isolated showers and thunderstorms, especially in the afternoon, and increasing to about a 20 to 30% chance by tonight for the extreme northern islands. The Central Islands looking at variably cloudy conditions today, turning fair tonight, and partly cloudy and hazy for the southeast Bahamas today. A 10 to 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms for the southern half of the country. Winds southeast to south at 10 to 15 knots for the northern half of the country and the Central Islands, but easterly at 15 to 20 knots with higher gusts for the southeastern islands. Temperatures today look for highs around 93 Fahrenheit for the northern and northwest Bahamas, 34 Celsius. The heat index will make you feel like it's as hot as 110 Fahrenheit, 43 Celsius. Overnight lows tonight getting down to about 80 Fahrenheit, 27 Celsius. The central and southeast Bahamas highs around 91 Fahrenheit, 33 Celsius. Next, still in the triple digits, making it feel like it's 102 Fahrenheit, 39 Celsius. Overnight lows tonight getting down to about 81 Fahrenheit, 27 Celsius. Hot days will continue, folks. That's your first look at weather this morning. We'll have extended topics coming up in just a bit. This weather check brought to you by Star General Insurance, made simple.
Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day.
You are listening to Morning Blend, coming to you live from Bahamas Bus and Truck for powerful deals for Dad. We got all the details about that and more coming up this morning. We'll be back after these messages here on Guardian Radio 96.9.
Tired of banks forcing you to use technology to bank the way they want you to? Your convenience is important. So no matter what your banking needs, Commonwealth Bank's friendly staff are always available in branch for that personal one-on-one service. But when you choose technology, our online and mobile banking app offers you state-of-the-art functionality. The choice is yours. Commonwealth Bank. Bank the way you want.
At CFAL, we understand that a secure future is the greatest gift you can give your employees. That's why our tailor-made group pension solutions are designed to fit the needs of both large and small companies. With CFAL, you can provide the retirement you and your employees deserve, ensuring peace of mind and financial stability for years to come. Join the many businesses that have already entrusted CFAL to create the right pension plan for their employees, and let us help you build a brighter future for your team. Visit us at cfal.com to get started on building wealth so you can live well. CFAL, growing wealth for future generations.
Southwest Plaza has so many stores, I've been trying to find a sensible way to list them all. There's CBS Bahamas, the Ashai Institute, BENC Snack World, Bamboo Shack Bahamas, there, the Athlete's Foot and BTC, Games and More, John Bull Fine Threads, Alive, Bahari, Dairy Queen, 700 Wines and Spirits, Sandy's, Clarkson Island Luck, Starbucks and Lowe's Pharmacy, plus Marco's Pizza and Lorraine. Southwest Plaza, what a wide array of stores. Southwest Plaza, stop by today and explore.
Wake up, it's a new day.
At Cleveland Clinic, you set your course, not cancer. So when your journey takes an unexpected turn, you seek out the experts who've conquered it before, and you forge new paths to help fight cancers. For every route to a cure, for every care in the world. See how we're innovating cancer care at Cleveland Clinic today.
Looking to elevate your gadget game, or a tech trouble simply slowing you down? Escape to a world of innovation at Custom Computers, your go-to store for the latest cutting-edge tech. Whether you need to upgrade your life with the best from Apple and Windows, or your device needs a little TLC, the Custom Computers Know-How Store is the destination for unbeatable expertise and quality repairs. With 2 convenient locations, there's a Custom Computers near you on Patton Street in Palmdale and Caves Village, or call 396-1100.
Put more money back in your pocket with the Fidelity Debt Consolidation Loan. Why pay more when you can pay less? Reduce your monthly debt payments down to one low, easy payment. Apply for a Fidelity Debt Consolidation Loan today. Call 356-7764.
Fidelity, we're good for you.
Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day. It's the start of a new way. Don't you know that it's the start of an old way. Wake up, wake up. It's a new day.
Welcome back to Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9. We are streaming live on GuardianTalkRadio.com and on the Guardian Radio app for smart devices. We're also on your televisions on Cable Bahamas, Channel 969, and BTC Flow, Channel 612. You can tweet us at MorningBlend969 or Facebook.com/MorningBlend969. Text us on the Guardian Radio text line, powered by BTC, 422-4796, standard text rate supply. Once again, I'm Dwight Strachan. Join me, we've got Ricardo Wells. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good to have you with us.
I'm happy to see the environment that we're in now.
Yeah.
Walk away with something today.
Okay.
Might have to walk away with something today.
Hey, I think you got to call it drive away. We are not in studio. We are live from Bahamas Bus and Truck. They've got a big event planned for today, just in time for Father's Day. They're calling it Powerful Deals for Dad. And that's going to be kicking off at 10 o'clock throughout the day. And they're going to be here in a little bit to tell us why you need to be here today to take advantage of the powerful deals and the potential for gifts, not just vehicles, but other gifts to be won. And so it's going to be a great day. Some people are going to be happy.
I mean, if this is what Father's Day looks like this weekend,
right,
you're going to be very happy.
Is that a new development? Was it always like this? But this is going to be great. So again, we'll get details about that in a bit, and the festivities get underway soon here. In addition to that, though, we've got Chef Simeon Hall Jr. He's going to be here. We're going to be talking about food, of course, but Father's Day, and it's Juneteenth in the U.S. So happy Juneteenth to our American listeners. And so he's going to tie it all together.
I would love to see that.
Yeah. So we're looking forward to that. We're going to have a lot of fun today. But there is a lot to talk about right now in the news. And in the news, just really quickly on this, so we've been talking about this, it seems like for a decade, but no, it's not been that long. But the case against Adrian Gibson, the prosecution has just closed their case after all this time. Closed their case Thursday, and that means it's now going to be the defense's turn. So this...
See, the way you phrased that, a lot of people thought you meant... Okay.
No, it's not finished.
Okay. Got to clarify.
We'll be lucky if there's a decision by 2027.
Yeah. The prosecution is closed. Now it's on to the defense.
Now it's on to the defense.
Bring all the witnesses forward that they see, and then after that, there's the cross that needs to happen. So we're still in this for a long run.
Yeah, we got a long way to go. But oh boy, why is it taking so long, right? But yes, the prosecution closed their case yesterday. They didn't call a number of witnesses, and the defense is hoping they can call some of those, and they'll make their cases to the judge over the next few days. But so one is that I don't even know if it's safe to say hurdle after all these years. I mean, I don't. Anyway, the legal system, the court system in this country is amazing. But hey. All right, so what I do want to talk about, and this affects a whole lot of people, is what we're hearing in the budget debate and some of the, I don't know if it's safe to say, if it's right to say snuck in, but they're talking about it. But I think they need to do a much bigger campaign about these changes. Right. Big changes coming to road traffic and licensing your vehicles, the fees, processes, a number of adjustments there. So let's read what the Nassau Guardian has today. And then I'm going to read from an article that was in the Tribune yesterday. So today, government to introduce new vehicle license fees. Our Rachel Scott writing about it. The Road Traffic Act would increase license fees for certain class vehicles and introduce a penalty in the case of the late renewal of the license and registration of a vehicle. It will also introduce a certificate of title for every vehicle imported into the Bahamas. And that's very important. We're going to get to why in a bit. But anyway, the amendment, if passed, would reduce electric vehicles to $125. Right now, everybody pays the same. What, $195? Yeah. But that would go down to $125 for electric vehicles. Class A vehicles. Why is my producer making up his face like that? That sounds wonderful. No? It's not a good thing?
I mean,
it sounds fantastic.
It would have been a good thing if we had the country with the infrastructure to support.
You don't worry about that.
Okay.
Yeah, let the people who have them worry about that.
Okay.
Class A vehicles weighing up to 3,000 pounds will be subject to a fee of $160. Class B vehicles, and that's probably most of the vehicles around, weighing between 3,000 and 5,000 pounds, will be subject to a fee of $215. So if you're paying $195 now, it's going to go up to $215. While Class C vehicles, that's the people in the big giant SUVs and the big trucks, the F-250s and the
I feel like you're trying to be too specific. You're trying to be too specific.
Me or them?
Yeah, you.
Okay.
The way
Just
you
letting people
it.
know. Class C vehicles weighing between 5,000 and 15,000 pounds will cost $610 to license. Wow.
We was just trying to have a good Father's Day. Just trying to have a good Father's Day.
You'll get this one, but next Father's Day, it'll be a different story. But right now, it's what is it? Isn't that closer to like 5 now? If you got one of those big vehicles? Yeah, I don't think they pay the regular $195.
I'm pretty sure it's not 500.
Well, it's going to be $610. So that is a big jump. Class D vehicles, who's driving that? Those weighing over 15,000 pounds, those are what, planes, attract a license fee of $760. Wow, just sell that right now. That's a tractor? Yeah. Okay. As it stands currently, there are only 3 vehicle classes, so they're introducing D. Is that new? Class A, whose vehicles with vehicles that weigh up to 5,000 pounds have a license fee of $160. Oh, we'll get the numbers now.
Yeah.
Class B vehicles, defined as those between 5,000 and 15,000 pounds, attract a $560 fee. So yeah, $560. And Class C vehicles, defined as vehicles that weigh over 15,000 pounds, cost $710 to license.
So just about a $50 increase across the board.
It's not horrible. Yeah, reasonable for what you're doing right now.
I just want to know what the extra $50 going towards. Is this going to go towards improving our roadways, introducing some sort of new public transportation system? What is this all for?
They do explain it. All right, so the proposed amendment would require that the inspection fee, which is $35, now this is interesting, that needs to be paid before the inspection, regardless of whether the vehicle passes the inspection. So you pay for it, you get it inspected, they tell you, nope, your lights ain't working, your horn ain't working, go and get it fixed and come back. You'll have to pay again when you come back.
So that's your way of telling me they can finally just do real inspections. It's not going to be a situation where you just drive up, they see your face and say, oh, you good, and then... Okay.
Promise me you'll fix it, and here you go, right.
I mean, I try to blow nobody's spot up.
As long as you promise me you're going to fix it today, right?
I get up the road to get the light bulb now.
I got it right in the back trunk. The amendment also provides that if a vehicle's owner fails at the expiry of the license and registration to renew the license and registration, a penalty equal to the sum of the annual registration would be payable.
Okay, see, this is why...
The language is weird.
Okay, let me let you finish, because that's where we can draw the line right there.
Okay. The only exceptions would be if an approved mechanic verifies that the vehicle was not mechanically fit for use on a road during that period, or that there is another reasonable cause why the motor vehicle was not driven on a road during that period. Approved mechanic.
Did they provide the list of approved mechanics?
Not yet.
Okay.
The introduction of a certificate for title for all imported vehicles is something that Minister of Transport Leon Lundy says will help to clean up the secondary vehicle market. He said, quote, no more shadow transfers, no more uninsured vehicles changing hands in the dark. The certificate of the title brings every vehicle into the light. He said, this was during the budget debate, his contribution. The certificate, which must be issued before a vehicle is released from control, would create a permanent record of ownership from the moment a vehicle enters the country. He said it must be presented whenever a vehicle changes hands.
I could support that.
Now, in another article in a paper yesterday, new car dealers were caught off guard, they said, and that now they'll have to completely change everything they do. And so they're wondering how this is going to work. But hopefully we'll hear more over the next few weeks. This is expected, I believe they want this to come into effect by July 1st. An amendment to the motor vehicle and speed limit regulations would also introduce a motor vehicle title clearance certificate, a document that every registered owner must obtain before transferring their vehicle to another person. Lundy says this would bring clarity and accountability to a process that has for far too long operated on handshakes and honor. Okay, let's get your reaction to all that. Again, a couple of concerns.
I'm going to continue to ask, where's the extra money going to go? I mean, just on the drive, you're coming through the inner city, the road needs a ton of work. So I'm trying to figure out if that's a part of this process. Is this the government way of trying to fund proper maintenance of the roadways? Is this a new public transportation system down the line?
No, don't.
I just got to ask these questions.
That one. Not that one. Yeah. Those are great questions. So let's talk. 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4259. Tweet us, Facebook us, text us, 422-4796. Remember, standard text rates apply. Any issues with the fees, the fees going up there? Is that reasonable? Cost of everything is going up. Is it unreasonable? Take a listen to what Lundy said about this, the reason for these fees. So he says that this is from the Tribune yesterday. The South Andros and Mangrove Key MP said mandating that vehicle importers obtain a certificate of title before customs clearance is approved will help to create a more secure and reliable vehicle ownership system within the Bahamas and reduce opportunities for fraud. He said the proposed amendments, this is a quote, the proposed amendments are designed to modernize the vehicle licensing and registration framework, improve compliance, strengthen road safety oversight, and create greater efficiency within the administration of road traffic services. He says that the Road Traffic Department is forecast to collect $48.39 million in vehicle license fees in the upcoming budget year.
Repeat the number?
$48.39 million. But that is a drop, a $2 million drop compared to the $50.39 prediction for the current fiscal year. Why is that?
Is there expectation of less drivers on the road? Because I don't know, I feel like traffic getting thicker every day.
And the cars everywhere, new cars, new old cars, old new cars, everything. Why would that be?
Yes, more people driving government vehicles, so that could be the reason why.
Okay. But the fees are forecast to rise by $4 million in the 27-28 budget cycle to hit $52.39 million, and then grow by a further $3 million to $55.39 million in the 28-29 fiscal year, marking a $7 million jump over a 3-year period. Addressing the inspection fee amendment, Lundy said the changes are designed to ensure the government recovers the actual cost associated with providing inspection services. He said, quote, the inspection process requires the commitment of government resources regardless of whether a vehicle ultimately passes or fails inspection.
What does that even mean? Y'all is just getting out and say anything.
Inspectors must still conduct the assessment, utilize equipment, process documentation.
What equipment?
And allocate administrative time to each vehicle presented.
The scraper that they used to take the disc off? What? Hold on now. See?
This is hard work. Making the inspection fee payable in advance and non-refundable ensures that the cost of providing the inspection service is recovered and aligns with the principle that the fee is for the inspection itself rather than for a successful outcome.
I think he misunderstood what inspection they're doing. They're not checking engines.
Maybe they'll finally start doing emissions testing that was promised more than a decade ago, almost 2 decades ago. Maybe that's coming. Maybe.
Can't wait to see this new equipment.
I don't know. He said, quote, making the inspection fee payable in advance and non-refundable ensures the cost of providing the inspection service. Here, I read that already. Okay. Lundy added that the proposed legal change, if passed, will improve operational efficiency by reducing payment processing delays and encourage vehicle owners to ensure their vehicles are roadworthy before presenting them for inspection. He suggested that will reduce repeat inspections caused by vehicle defects.
Wow.
Turning to the license and registration renewal penalties, the minister said the government's primary objective is to improve compliance with vehicle inspection and licensing requirements. He said some vehicle owners continue to operate vehicles after licenses have expired or delay inspections for extended periods. He says this creates challenges for enforcement agencies and creates the risk of unsafe vehicles remaining on public roads.
How does that work, though? When you license your vehicle, what is the process? don't you have to go through the inspection process prior to you paying for the license renewal?
Mm-hmm.
So how is there? Why are we trying to make this process bigger than it is? Like what is? Okay, let me let you finish. I can wait for the callers to explain because we getting in the house and just saying
you want
anything.
them to explain?
Because
my.
the minister's statement didn't explain much.
Mm-hmm. I'll read that again for you then. Some vehicle owners continue operating vehicles after licenses have expired or delay the inspections for extended periods. This creates challenges for enforcement agencies and increases the risk for unsafe vehicles remaining on public roads. The penalty equivalent to the annual registration fee is intended to serve as a meaningful deterrent. It's like capital punishment.
It's not.
Huh?
It's not. It's not.
And that's not a deterrent either. Against non-compliance while encouraging
They
timely
still ain't
renewal.
get the car licensed and inspected. You telling me it's now going to be 2 times the cost is not going to make me get there quicker?
They will just get a new car. And will they be in the system as not having paid the license for their last car? Because then that would make a lot of sense, right? You keep
I can't
changing
wait to
cars.
see the list of mechanics. I can't. Is there going to be wait time? Like, do you have to carry to a specific mechanic?
Callers will get to you in just a second. Lundy argued that tightening enforcement will prevent leakage of revenue where customers skip years and then transfer ownership. Yeah, I can imagine. He said this will lessen administrative effort associated with tracking and pursuing overdue renewals and create greater fairness for motorists who consistently comply with legal requirements. I don't have any issue with this, but you have an issue, Ricardo.
It's not an issue. It's just that I don't see you putting the onus on the persons to actually get their car license. I view what we call in the fine as a further impediment. If the person doesn't have the, in this case now it's going to be what, 220, 225, somewhere in that range?
Depending.
Yeah. I'm not seeing them say, okay, I'm going to fine 400 now because I'm a month behind on my license renewal to pay the fine and get the car. I just see the person saying, I could just continue to drive my car.
Oh, wow. From a revenue standpoint, the measure is expected to reduce leakage associated with the late renewals and encourage timely payment of licensing fees. From an enforcement perspective, it strengthens the regulatory framework by providing a clear consequence for failing to maintain a valid inspection and registration status.
I just feel like if you introduce maybe like a payment plan, maybe you could, like some process to get persons
Payment plan?
Yeah, what I mean to say is some persons might say, hey, my car is in the mechanic shop. I want to renew the license, but, I don't know what the process is going to be when I get the car back, but let me put 50% down and come back 6 months later, and once the car is back on the road, I can pay the remaining balance.
Well, I mean, at least talk to them, right? People aren't doing that. People aren't doing that. Let's go to the phone lines. Let's hear from you. Caller, good morning. You're live on the air.
I got the 225. I got the 450.
Hello?
Hi, caller. We can hear you.
Yeah. Is there any way or possible for the government to liaison with insurance companies and dealers before they pass legislation that affect the vehicles? Like, for instance, by now we should be able to use a scanner, scan the driver's license from a distance and determine whether that vehicle is insured or not. I mean, we are at this stage of technology where that should be easily done.
It does exist.
It
does exist.
Oh, but they don't use it.
Well, not here. It doesn't exist here.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well. Yeah. But the government needs money, so I guess they're just trying to find ways to earn money. But where I am aware of, as it relates to closing and resting, the prosecution will normally rest their case before closing arguments. So once you use the word closing, you're into arguments leading to the jury. You might want to look into that.
Well, that hasn't happened yet. It's just the prosecution.
No, you said close. Once you close, that's it. You rest before you close. All right?
Okay. Well, all right. Sure. Maybe they use different terms here. I don't know. But we still got the defense, so on that one. Okay. Perry Mason. Everybody's 323-6232-325-4316.
But I do like the caller's idea of the consultation with stakeholders,
Absolutely.
industry stakeholders. Because I feel like the government could do a better job working with insurance companies to figure out, okay, if this person hasn't renewed their their insurance policy, then you could go through the process of understanding, okay, let's contact this person, let's do some sort of, outreach, some process.
Well, I mean, that's supposed to be happening now. But I think he's saying that before you introduce new legislation, at least talk to them. Because, you're hearing car dealers say they were totally blindsided by this, and the insurance industry often finds out when we do. Hearing something in the House or seeing some document that wasn't even discussed. And that can't be right. It can't be right. But we continue to do it, which is wild. All right. I think we have another call. Yes? No? Okay. We've got a lot of your text messages, this person says here. Dwight, my Swiss friend tells me that's how it's done in her country. Okay. Sure. This one says here, the government does not have time to fix roads. Focus right now is on extracting another $1 billion from the economy to shore up BPL and protect their private personal investments. Okay. This person says here, say my car is not able to move due to mechanical issues. Will these mechanics be mobile, i.e. come to my house?
Oh, you might say just prepare to pay that fine.
What?
Just prepare to pay that fine.
But I mean, what type of question is this? I mean...
Don't
you have a mechanic? You don't have a mechanic?
We don't know if they're on the preferred list.
You don't know if your mechanic is mobile. Ask your mechanic if he's mobile. What are you asking? What is going? What you mean? What you texting us this for?
Their mechanic may not be on the list. Yeah, it's
they don't have any mobile mechanics.
It's like NHI panels. You have to make sure that your doctor is on the panel. Like, come on.
All the approved mechanics are on Cat Island. Yeah. Okay.
That could be a thing. That could be a thing. Got to put the car on the boat together.
Well, that might be a good idea to boost the economy in some ways. Okay. Wow. I heard nothing about emissions inspections. Why don't they introduce that? Also, so my car must be roadworthy to pass inspection? What do you mean? That's how it has supposed to have always been. I know it doesn't look like it when you drive around, but a lot of those cars don't actually pass inspection. They've never been to inspection. Anyway, also, what happened to the environmental tax? It's still there. Isn't that tax tacked on to everything coming to the country? Most things, yeah. And you were asking, where are these increases going? What are they being funneled to? What equipment? Toot your horn, turn on your lights?
I mean, that's what the inspection is. I want to see the tools. I'm not even going to lie to you. Probably the next show we have to be live at the inspection center. I just need to see the tools at work. I need to.
Y'all are haters.
Because I only know about the scraper. I don't know what else they use it.
Oh, my. They all look like they wear glasses. Maybe something's in the glasses.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you're equipping the team with better glasses to see if they're doing their job.
Perhaps.
Everything else except enforcing the laws on the book. I love it.
This is a lot of negativity this morning. Of negativity.
Our government is very creative.
Let's take this call. Good morning, call. You're live.
Hello?
Hi, yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah. Listen, we could play semantics and play around, but you got to call a thing a thing. They removed back as an election ploy. They removed back pre-election, and now they're looking for ways to recoup those that downfall or whatever. That's what this is. Because we all know when there's no equipment, when you go there, you pull up the guide, you know the procedure. That's it. There's no retraining. They said anything was retraining the guys with doing emissions, anything like, no, none of that was mentioned. So typically you go there, you check it, whatever, and then you go and you pay your license and inspection fee. What this is just another way for this particular current administration to recoup or to find ways to tax the people. Remember, they bragged about a budget surplus. This is how they're going to get this budget surplus. So,
but caller, when you look at these weights, plenty of people are going to actually pay less, right? A lot of these little hatchbacks around here don't weigh 3,000 pounds.
Listen.
They're going to fall into that other category.
They're going to find ways to me. I see. Listen, what I'm saying is when you're dealing with the government workers or whatever, most of them then disgruntled and underpaid and overworked. And what I'm saying is what's going to happen is we then don't enforce laws like that. So there's going to be ways somehow where the average person who don't have no connections, who are not part of their friends, family, and lovers crew, will suffer, is what I'm saying. Well, you'll have some person who is unscrupulous from the break who was never going to pay anyway. This is going to hit the persons who were law-abiding citizens more. Just like when it comes to guns and everything else in this country, the persons who try to do the right thing usually get penalized. And the persons who was breaking the law, let's look at who in Parliament. You know what? I'll leave that part alone. What I'm saying is the average person who's trying to do the right thing tends to get penalized, and everybody else who circumvent the law tend to get rewarded. And I'll leave it like that.
Okay. Thank you very much. I know everyone's frustrated, but sometimes you got to give people some credit when they're trying to do something helpful. Most people will actually see. This is like a consumption tax.
Process here.
If you drive one of these big gas-guzzling monsters, you're going to pay more.
Fair point.
And you might deserve to pay more.
Fair point.
But a lot of people are driving little notes and cubes, and
that we always
they are not going to be paying more.
That we always say in the driving world that those cars, most of them, are not roadworthy. So if you put the onus on, that it's the truth. If you put the look at the way this is structured. Look at the way this is structured. They ask now.
Well, not everybody.
The white.
Wow.
The white. A lot of these little.
Oh, man.
The white.
You're a tough crowd. Tough
Okay.
crowd. Wow. So this is another way for the criminals to have a field day.
I mean,
For lawbreakers, sorry, to have a field day. Oh, boy. I don't know about that one. I mean, I hear you.
All
Or
I'm
maybe
saying-
it'll inspire them.
Dwight,
inspire them to be
Dwight,
more
how
compliant.
do majority of these smaller cars get into the country?
What do you mean?
They're imported,
Mhm.
secondhand, and what is now the new process for vehicles coming in pre-used or pre-owned? You now have to do the title search.
You got to have your title before.
Yeah, all of that. That's
Okay.
a whole different process. Most of these people bring these things in, titles don't really exist properly.
So that will crack down on that,
And
right?
this is my point. So
Uh-huh.
a lot of those cars
Uh-huh.
would not make it to the process of being licensed.
So we might reduce the challenges we're having now.
No, most people can fall into that 265 range.
Because they're going to now buy a bigger vehicle.
They have to.
They'll have to. Or you could just
buy electric.
Wow. Or
That's gonna be
buy
20
the right way.
That's going to be $20,000-$30,000
There's
more.
tons of people who imported their little hatchback the right way. Or bought it from a dealer who already has, or somebody on the side of the road who already has the title. No?
Well, I guess we got to find the more cost-effective small cars, and there's only a handful of those brands on the road.
Oh, my. Wow. Let's take another call. Good morning. Call, you're live.
Yes, good morning, Mr. Strachan.
Hi.
Yeah, Mr. Strachan, I don't have a problem with most of it, but there is some gross imbecility that I'm hearing, right? Firstly, I agree with Cardo that cast a dark shadow, right? Listen to me, man. In the States, right, when you're pulled over, they know if you have a license. Please don't cut me, Mr. Strachan. The public need to hear this, all right? Please. When they pull you over, you need to, the police can know that your car, if you have a driver's license valid, and they can know if your car is insured. Because I was involved in a roadblock, the police still wrote me up for the insurance because I didn't have the papers in the car, but the car was insured. Now, I had a vehicle, it was a family vehicle from brand new, and so it was in the yard for a while, and I wanted to repair it and put it back on the road. And so I was told that I would have to pay for the license from then until now, right? And so the question called for the authorized dealer to write these letters. And so that's kind of imbecilic for me. When I find a way to solve that problem in which every year your car is inspected or you go to get a license, you just simply go to the odometer and you write down the mileage. And so if the car was inactive for that period of time, they would be able to give some type of credence to what the person is saying, because I find it hard to believe that somebody could go 3, 4, 5 years riding a car without being licensed, without being booked. You understand me? Because they're basically only interested in collecting money from the public. But for me, I'm not hearing things like revocation of license, buses driving with smoke, with a lot of smoke. You know, smoke is a health hazard. I'm not hearing these type of things. I'm not hearing ordinances in which mechanics who doing roadside works shouldn't be allowed to put the oil in the ground, because, there's a guy that did mechanic work in the States. He comes to do some work for me. When he comes with a big container, a plastic container that he puts underneath the oil pan, and he collects the oil, and he carries it wherever. But also the used oil can be used to paint and preserve wood. We need to find new ordinances, like Naughty say. We want boiled fish, not oil fish. And so there's a lot of weak. There's a lack of ordinances in our country that I know the government is not serious about anything, Mr. Strachan. And so, for me, this is all rhetoric. It's all designed to collect money. I don't have a problem with anything else, especially the title scrutiny, et cetera, because, if I've sold a car to somebody and they went and do some foolishness twice and the person had my name except in it. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah, so give thanks, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, thank you very much. Appreciate that. Yeah, we've heard a lot of those things before. They haven't come into fruition, right? Maybe they want to ease in some of these things. I don't know. But we need them, absolutely. And we've been talking about this before. A point system on your license, like 3 strikes, this license is gone. You can't drive in this country for this number of years or forever.
But the 52's point, it's hard to believe that somebody could drive an unlicensed vehicle for multiple years. I can't even drive over Blue Hill Road without seeing a police officer question me about a seatbelt. So how is it somebody is driving around?
You're not wearing your seatbelt?
Sometimes just things happen.
Wow.
But all I say is, it's hard to believe that person's just around here driving multiple years in an unlicensed vehicle. That is hard for me to. Island 7 by 21.
Remember now, they got these WhatsApp groups. They got people telling you there's a roadblock ahead. So there's a lot of people helping people break the law in this country.
I'll say it like this, to the point about the WhatsApp groups. There's this now common practice, and I ain't trying to blow up nobody's spot, but there's this common practice when you know the police up the road, you'll go up certain highways and you'll see people pull on the side, all on the median and all that, trying to avoid going through the roadblock. You don't think the police smart enough to know now, like that's the thing? So we can't just get an officer to do a sweep of the corridor?
And you've seen it before, where you can see, you've got a good vision. You can see the roadblock ahead, and people are all doing U-turns.
Right.
Right? And like no one's going after those people?
Anyway, let's pay the extra $50.
That's how you do it. That's how you avoid it for 5 years, which is unbelievable. But anyway, this person says here, let's take this call and then we'll get your messages. Hi, caller. Good morning. You're live.
Good morning, Dwight. Good morning, Ricardo.
Good morning.
Hi.
Ricardo, always a breath of fresh air to hear your commentary. I always enjoy your points of view, and it just shares into the rationale that many of us out here have as well. 2 things here, Dwight. First and foremost, it has always been a sore sticking point about some persons having more than one vehicle because of the taxes in this country, and you're trying to keep your head above water. One of those vehicles stay on the side. You don't use it as much. You probably had the car parked in your yard for about 2-3 years without using it. And yet when you finally decide, when you finally get your head above water, you finally want to put the car back on the road. And then this idiotic plan that they have that you got to pay for every year that car has been off the road, it is just totally ridiculous. We have been questioning that for quite some time. And yet we have yet to get a solution to that, as my good friend 52 would say, imbecilic foolishness. It must stop. We must find a way to get around that. If the person wants to put the car on the road, let us put the car in taxes. You still got to use it. So why are we being charged for a car that you haven't used for 2, 3, 4 years? It just doesn't make any sense. The second
You've
point,
experienced this personally, Jeff?
With the increase in taxes here, very quickly here, with the increase of taxes, if you're talking about doing that, and you talk about the inspections and all that stuff, I expect to see the government introduce an inspection center, a state-of-the-art inspection center where you put your car in there. It's not just a matter of blowing your horn, testing your wipers, checking your lights and all that stuff. You actually do, you find out whether a cabinet converter's in the car, you find out whether there's a emission test being done, and all of these other things. It is done in the States. I don't understand why we're paying these taxes, and yet we cannot get the modernized systems in this country to bring our automotive industry in terms of road use and stuff up to the level. My last point, where's the monies from these taxes? Are we going to now convert these monies to be spent on the roads that we have to drive because our cars are being broken up by potholes, speed bumps, and all kind of stuff? How is this money now going to be converted to fix the road so we can keep the cars on the road? Thanks for taking my call this morning.
Okay, well, yeah, I want to know if he experienced that personally. I mean, can you find an approved mechanic and give that excuse? Like, this car has been, I can verify, you can see all the animals living in it. Clearly, this car hasn't been driven in 2 years, and now that we finally found the part that we're looking for, it is roadworthy because I fixed it. Would that not work? Anybody tried that? Nope. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, it's interesting. I think that's in effect now, though, right? If your car hasn't been, you still have to pay for the previous year. Yeah.
The fine. That's what I'm going to keep going back to. So if I couldn't find the initial money or there was a problem, why would you think I'd be able to find that times two? Like that is I don't know. It's
Sounds
bizarre.
like you better sell that other car.
But that person would still incur that process.
Oh, what?
Yeah, because
Really?
if you sell it to somebody, they're going to still have to go and wait that part out. They're going to have to find, and then they're going to have to pay that process.
Interesting. Okay. Text messages. This person says here these
I mean, if you want us to buy new cars, just tell us go buy new cars. If you want us to buy electric, just tell us go buy electric. Like, I mean, hey.
I think I've been telling you that for a little while. Because if the duty's only 10%, and now this, they're really encouraging you, like other countries, to find more fuel efficient and smaller options.
I hate to be this guy, but as Father's Day weekend, some people just like to drive big trucks the way.
Okay.
That's what they're comfortable
baller.
in.
And then you pay. Wow. Pay to play. And I mean, I see the appeal. This is beautiful in here at Bahamas Bus and Truck. This is a fantastic, and you see that interior?
I got to pay but $168 to fill that up now. You telling me? Come on, Dwight.
All right, so text messages. This person says that these road traffic fee increases feel less like regulation and more like revenue collection. At a time when Bahamians is already struggling with the cost of food, fuel, electricity, insurance, and rent, this comes across as another burden on the same people who are always expected to pay more. Government may argue that additional revenue is needed and that there is a case to be made for firmer regulations, but the question is why the average Bahamian remains the easiest target. Drive along West Bay Street, visit Exuma, or look at the development happening across the country. Wealth is clearly being created for some. This is lazy, heartless politics. This is not creative leadership. If there is a revenue shortfall, why not have a serious discussion about ensuring those with the greatest means contribute more, rather than continually increasing fees on working families? Bahamians are not asking for favors. They're asking for fairness and a chance to share in the prosperity around them.
No, I absolutely agree with that text 100%. Like, I got to put my serious heart on. That text is spot on. This is when government get too big. Government does not need to be in every aspect of your life. The idea of a vehicle is to move you from point A to point B. And I get your point about, the electric cars and all that, Dwight. Yes, they are
the smaller
better.
cars.
Yes, they are better for the environment. I'm not questioning that. But my point is, we live in a society where life is supposed to be life. When you get to the point where you're over-regulating to the point that you're trying to force me through regulation into a smaller vehicle, that's not what we're supposed to be doing. This the hill I might have to climb up on, because this the one that is just too far. If you're going to find ways to try and make life better for society, you do. It's not the way to go about it.
Okay, interesting. I have a lot to say on that, but I'm going to hold my tongue. Is that another call? Yeah? Caller, good morning. Are you there? Wow. Call us back, 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4259. More text messages. This person says here, it's easier to pay $200 than $400. Okay. Sure. Was
Gotta
there
have the 200 to start with.
Was there a doubt that there was? Okay. No. This texter says the one thing I do agree with is paying for the inspection, pass or fail, no matter how many times you need before you pass. I don't want to hear foolishness about equipment, but just simple, the car was inspected and that needs to be paid for. Well, it's not what it's going to be, though. It's going to be you pay, and now you get it inspected. Okay. Another sneaky tax, remove VAT off uncooked food and tax it in other areas. Wait for it. This is sneaky. Again, I need you to get today's National Guardian and read for yourselves. I'm telling you, a good segment of the population will be paying less.
I heard you
a
on the
good
show
segment.
yesterday, Dwight, when you admitted to living in a bubble. I think that's one of these moments.
Wow.
I think that's one of these moments.
Wow, that was
Please,
hard hit.
we're going to invite
Wow,
the
thanks
public
a
into
lot.
the white bubble
Thanks
today.
a lot. Thanks a lot,
You're
Ricardo.
gonna, everybody, we're going to win by this. We're going to win. This is a big deal.
My Lord. Wow, low blow. Caller, good morning. You're on the air.
Good morning, Dwight. How y'all doing?
Hi.
Listen, man.
Good morning. Pretty good.
Before the critics start calling, let me say this, you know. They take the tax of food in the food stores, right? Now, this is the way to collect that money back. Now, we all know, majority of the cars ain't gonna pass the inspection the first go round.
What?
So they know. And look at the cars on the road, Dwight. People only can afford what they can afford.
The majority?
And I can tell you that. And then the dealerships can say they get blindsided. Just like the last time they got blindsided when the government put the 10 years on the car you could bring in. When they know that was their driving force, to force you to buy a brand new car. And this is the same thing what's happening right now. Our government needs to sit down first, legislate that whenever we hit a pothole, we could sue them. You put those legislations in place first, then increase these taxes.
You can do that now.
You understand? They need to do
you
these
might not
things
win.
first. You see what I'm saying? They need to pay the people who ride on these roads every day. Your suspension, you got to change it twice and 3 times a year because of the bumpy ride. Come on, man. Tell them, sit down and think about that before they go through this nonsense.
All right, thank you very much. Interesting. But okay, so you're an adult. You need to be responsible. You need to know, hey, I only have one headlight. I need to fix this. This is dangerous, and I got to get my car inspected too. So I need to get this fixed. What's the issue? My producer asked me when last I fixed it. I've had to do it before. It was just a bulb.
He didn't say what it was. He asked how much was it.
It wasn't the. That's not true. What is he talking about? But anyway, now a previous car I had was a very strange vehicle. They had to take off the whole bumper. Like, what was that? Because in the past I could do it myself, right? But you have to take off the whole bumper and go up under there. So that was. It should have been a simple thing, but it did cost,
So now imagine,
But anyway.
hold on. Now imagine a single mother working a minimum wage job, having to pick between trying to change the bulb on her car and getting the kids to and from school, in that transportation, and having to provide lunch money and groceries at the end of the week.
Oh, so I will agree with you and the caller that this is the thing, and you mentioned it earlier. If we had real public transportation, raise all the fees as high as you want, because I don't need to have a car. Because there's a reliable system. I can just walk a few feet from my house, get on the train, the bus, whatever it is, and go wherever I need to go. And cars are for rich people, but I love whatever this is.
Because just as much as I see videos of Nissan Notes on their side, it's the same amount of videos I see of bus drivers just fighting in the street. So I don't know how we trying to make society work. We probably need to go back to this and just look at things a bit as a reality.
And we're definitely avoiding that public transportation conversation. Right? Still doing studies, still talking and meeting with stakeholders. How many decades into this are we doing that? Which is ridiculous, but oh well. Let's take another call. Good morning, caller. You're live.
Good morning, Dwight. How are you?
Doing well.
Well, good morning to you guys. Listen, couple of things. And I agree with some of the sentiments of all your callers before. This is kind of opening up some additional can of worms, right? In terms of the fees. It is what it is, but equally, we should be getting something back as the taxpayers and increases. Proper roads. But why I really call is because this reminds me of a call I supposed to call the other day to your show. And I'm tired of driving on the roads and driving through the garbage juice that all of these old garbage trucks, when they collect the garbage, right? If I'm going to be paying increase in taxes, the roads should be equally clean and it should be tied in, right? And we should really be benefit from the increase, right? Potholes, repairing. Right now I drive in my vehicle. I have to go get my rim sorted out and pay about $300 for the guy that sorted the rim from the potholes that I'm dropping in. But the reality is road traffic needs trained individuals down there. And the reality is, and I don't want to cast any aspersions, right? This is just to try to plug in some of the leakages. I don't want to say teeth in, so I'll use the word leakages that is happening at road traffic. And equally, they need properly trained, and they need frameworks and systems to protect the revenue. Because if this is just an increase and the procedures are not going to change with the leakages, this is going to continue. But the reality is, I need a better understanding or explanation as to the weight category. Is because my vehicle is more heavier? Am I doing more damage to the road? So it just needs to make sense. And the caller
That's
mentioned, I think
probably
it was
it.
52.
And the environmental impact.
Yes, right.
And
Exactly.
the size,
But what
the
I'm
streets are
saying-
very
yeah.
narrow.
Yeah, so my nice little tire shine when I try to put on my car to keep my car clean. I driving through garbage chutes daily. If you look out, if anybody come out of their home in the area, the
Well, you don't have
garbage
to lick your
trucks,
tires.
the garbage truck, all the garbage is in the road. And I put in a clarion call to Zane, the Minister Zane. Please look at that. They hire any type of garbage truck. They leaking garbage juice all over the streets. You got to endure all kind of
Where are you
foolishness.
going?
The
What streets
roads
are
are
you on?
filthy. The roads are dirty. It's everything. And, and then again, you want to put your hand in my pocket and tell me, number one, that if I late, right, you don't know my finances. For example, people are juggling, right? I may be able to pay my insurance. Okay, I'll wait another 2 weeks after the expiry date and I license the car and so forth to tell me you're going to put additional burden on me to tell me you're going to charge me a late fee as the government. I could see that from the private sector. So the government should be putting things in place not to add an additional burden on top of the increase. And I think they need to revisit the late fee part of it. But as it relates to the vehicles being off the road, I had an issue with that before. I simply had a mechanic write a letter. It was a very smooth process. They accepted it, and I didn't have any issue. I didn't have any issues. I didn't have the back pay. So that's a non-issue for me. But again, we should not be putting additional burden on these, on these poor people, man. You know what I mean?
What type of car do you have right now? What type of?
Well, I don't want to get in. I can suck up the fees because I know I have a SUV and I have a fairly decent vehicle. So I get it, but I understand it's also going to benefit the persons that has the little smaller vehicle. But at the same time, make sure that when you're restructuring the fees, it makes sense. You know what I mean? And the way it's being laid out now, I don't think there was any consultation. And the reality is, I'll end with this, is for the first portfolio for this particular minister, and out the gate, the shot that he's busting across the bow as an increase is really not a good luck. He should
This might have been in the works
until,
from
little couple months
before.
down the road,
It's possible.
and then roll this out, right? And get some things in place with road traffic. There's nobody down at road traffic from the controller down know what they doing. I'll hang up and I'll listen.
Wow. Okay. All right. Well, you know how elections go. After election, you expect taxes to go up, right? This probably was in the works from that time. In fact, I'm just saying, just a few months ago when I had to license my car, I said, I guarantee you, we've been at this 195 for a long time. This ain't going to last for long. You could feel it. You knew, and everything else has gone up. You knew this was coming. But, I mean, speaking of garbage juice, this is why you can't wear the shoes you wear outside in your house, right? And track that in there. But where is he going? Do you see garbage juice all over the place from the garbage truck? Yeah. But again, the streets are dirty. The streets are dirty.
My issue with the garbage trucks now is this idea of just trying to toss all of the garbage in it. You got to clean up the area after you. A lot of times they just in the process of emptying the bin into the truck, a lot of stuff gets all over the road. And they just drive off and leave it.
Okay. I don't know. All right, let's read these messages before we have to go to the news. This person says here, where did it go? Okay, yes, read that already. Dwight, your personal politics are clouding reality. What? What now? This will not solve. What personal politics? So today it's what? Is we talking about politics? Today it's PLP Dwight. Yesterday was F&M Dwight. But today I'm the PLP. Okay, well, there you go. Your personal politics are clouding reality. This will not solve the problem they claim to be addressing. If you can't pay $200, you can't pay $400. A hammer is not the tool they need. They need mechanisms to make it easier to comply. All right, this person says that they need to do something with these motorcyclists and the uninsured motorbikes.
Gotta probably switch to one of them now.
Please admit that an annual reading and recording of cars' odometers is a solution to putting the onus on vehicle owners having to pay years of licensing. What now? So what, if you don't drive a certain number of miles, you should pay less? Really? You've thought of that before?
I've
Huh?
heard about it before. This is the first time I'm even
I
thinking
only
about
drove
it.
25 miles last year, so I shouldn't pay any
I'm pretty sure I'm
fees?
on 25.
Okay, interesting.
I mean, it could work if you think about it. Yeah.
I gotta do some research. Dwight, as a nurse, I wish it was as much interest. There was as much interest in fixing the hospital for the sick population as it is for cars. Okay, we got to go to the news. We'll pick this up on the other side. We're coming to you live from Bahamas Bus and Truck. A big event here today. More on that when we get back. Stay with us here on Guardian Radio 96.9.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, streaming on GuardianTalkRadio.com and the Guardian Radio app, Nassau, Bahamas.
Welcome back to Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9. We are streaming live on GuardianTalkRadio.com and on the Guardian Radio app for smart devices. We're also on your televisions on Cable Bahamas Channel 969 and BTC Flow Channel 612. You can tweet us at MorningBlend969 or Facebook.com/MorningBlend969. Text us 422-4796. Standard text rate supply. And now at 8:21, it is time for another check of your weather for today. Brought to you by Sherwin-Williams. So we've got a heat advisory that remains in effect for the northern and northwest Bahamas. That includes New Providence, Grand Bahama, Bimini, Abaco, Berry Islands, and Andros. And everyone's being advised to exercise caution during extreme peak heat hours. And also we've got a strong high-pressure system over the country that's continuing to maintain these high temperatures, moderate to fresh breezes, and light to moderate seas throughout most of the area. Hot and humid conditions with pockets of streaming moisture will continue and introduce showers and late afternoon thunderstorms across most islands today, especially for the northern Bahamas by tonight. So over the next few days, beginning Saturday, troughing in the low pressure area just over Florida right now, it's going to help to weaken the wind pattern that we're seeing right now and increase shower and thunderstorm activity over the northernmost islands through next week. This may provide some much-needed relief from these hot temperatures. And by the southern half of the country, for the southern half of the country, stable, very warm, hazy conditions expected to continue through early next week. Rain chances forecast to increase slightly by late Monday as an approaching tropical wave moves into that part of the country. That's the southeastern Bahamas. So again, today we have to deal with the UV index in the very high to extreme range and a slight risk of rip currents along Atlantic beaches. Saharan dust expected to infiltrate the southeast Bahamas and the Turks and Caicos by late today and move into the central Bahamas by Saturday and the northwest Bahamas by Saturday night. And that could impact air quality, and those of you with respiratory issues need to take precautions. So a lot going on weather-wise. Your forecast for today, though, the northern and northwest Bahamas looking at partly sunny conditions, becoming partly cloudy tonight for the extreme northern islands, but mainly fair tonight for the northwestern islands. For the central Bahamas, variably cloudy today, turning fair tonight, partly cloudy and hazy for the southeast Bahamas today. Temperatures getting up to around 93 Fahrenheit, 34 Celsius, but the heat index will make it feel like it's 110 Fahrenheit, 43 Celsius. Overnight lows tonight getting down to a very warm 80 81 Fahrenheit, 27 Celsius. In your extended outlook for Saturday tomorrow, we're looking at partly cloudy to cloudy conditions for the northernmost islands. Most areas looking at partly sunny conditions, mostly fair at night, but hazy for the central and southeast Bahamas. A 30 to 50% chance of showers for the northernmost islands tomorrow. By Sunday, Father's Day, partly cloudy to cloudy again for the northernmost islands, and a mix of sun and clouds and haze for most other areas. Still an elevated chance for showers in the extreme northern islands. By the start of the work week next week, Monday, a mix of sun and clouds for most areas, turning mostly cloudy at night, and 20 to 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms for the northern half of the country. That pattern will hold into Tuesday. In the tropics, we're watching an area offshore of the east coast of the United States, the remnants of Arthur, a trough of low pressure located over the southeastern United States, expected to emerge offshore by this afternoon. Conditions then appear to be marginally conducive for some subtropical or tropical development tonight or Saturday as the system moves northeastwards at around 20 miles per hour across the western Atlantic Ocean. Chances for formation through the next 7 to 10 days is low at about 10%. That's your morning blend weather check. Weather check brought to you by Sherwin-Williams. If you're looking to paint, your local Sherwin-Williams has what you're looking for. Top quality paints and expert advice only at Sherwin-Williams. And time for your check of traffic brought to you by NUA Insurance Agents and Brokers. In your real-time traffic right now, we've got some heavy traffic on Mila Butler Highway from just north of Fire Trail. You'll see that as you head northbound towards Tawny Williams-Darling Highway. Traffic backed up along Tawny Williams-Darling Highway as well. On the six-legged roundabout side, you've got John F. Kennedy Drive eastbound. Some slow-moving traffic there. And Blue Hill Road, a heavy traffic from Carmichael straight up to Independence Drive. That's northbound mainly. East Street also seeing some slow-moving northbound traffic north and south of the Soldier Road intersection. Pockets along Prince Charles Drive, and especially heading into Robinson Road, you're going to see that heavy traffic near Old Trail if you're heading westbound at this hour. Those are your hot spots. That's your real-time traffic and your morning blend traffic alert. Brought to you by NUA Insurance Agents and Brokers. Your partner for smart motor insurance and advice. You're at home or on the go. Getting an instant motor quote is easy. Give them a call or visit your nearest branch or log in anytime at nuainsurance.com.
Did you find everything okay today?
Yes, I did. Do you take Google Pay?
Yes, we do.
Great, thank you.
See you again soon.
Tap into convenience. Have you added your CIBC Caribbean Visa credit card, Visa debit card, or MasterCard credit cards to your Google Wallet yet? You can simply tap, pay, and go by using Google Pay from your phone. It's more convenience on the go. Tap into convenience now with CIBC Caribbean and Google Pay.
You try to rest, roll with the best. For all your printing needs, there ain't no one better, no. For posters and banners, magazines and flyers, for window decals, greeting cards and newsletters. No job too big and there's no job too small. You name it, we can print it. Just give us a call. Let Print Masters bring your masterpiece to life.
Located in the Nassau Guardian Building, telephone 302-2361.
No one likes a fender bender.
Oh, man.
From a little scratch to a full mashup, NUA Insurance has got you covered with auto insurance tailored to fit your needs and budget. For affordable rates with free on-site accident assistance, visit us online or in branch and just ask us. NUA Insurance. Ask us because we've got you covered.
Your next win is waiting right now at islandluck.com. The quicker you sign up, the quicker you can play, the quicker you can score, and the quicker you can win big. From casino games to sportsbook action and lottery excitement, it's all just a few clicks away. Sign up today at islandluck.com and get in the game instantly. Island Luck. Join the winner's circle now. Must be 18 and over. Island Luck reminds you that it's only a game.
Not
So
all
please game
water is
responsibly.
created equal. Consider this. You've got many sources of drinking water at your disposal, and they seem like viable options. But are they? Now consider this. Quenching your thirst with water that's perfectly pure. Aquapure water has been tested and proven to be perfectly pure. If quality matters to you, reach for a bottle of Aquapure. Be sure, Aquapure.
Screws and Fasteners World, Balfour Avenue and Palm Beach Street, has those hard-to-find fasteners for you right now. You can find stainless steel regular hex, carriage bolts, galvanized bolts, threaded rods, nails, self-tap screws, sex bolts, anchor bolts, turnbuckles, masonry tools, hand tools, and weed whacker strings. Check out the rope selection and car body fasteners, too. Special orders are welcome. It's your #1 fastener store. Screws and Fasteners World, Balfour Avenue and Palm Beach Streets. Call 326-1976.
DIC, keeping your savings safe and sound. If a bank falls down, your money still comes round. Deposit insurance, trust that never fades. DIC protects the funds that you work hard to save.
The Deposit Insurance Corporation, protecting your savings. Want to learn how? Call 302-2681 or email info@dic.bs.
In the world of business, technology is not a choice. It's a necessity. And for businesses that demand excellence, there's only one choice for unparalleled support and cutting-edge technology. Custom Computers. You have challenges and we have solutions. Computing, networking, storage, and printing for enterprises large and small, aligned with premium brands like HP, Microsoft, Konica Minolta, and more. Get tech done the right way with Custom Computers. Call the know-how team at 396-1101.
Did you find everything okay today?
Yes, I did. Do you take Google Pay?
Yes, we do.
Great, thank you.
See you again soon.
Tap into convenience. Have you added your CIBC Caribbean Visa credit card, Visa debit card, or MasterCard credit cards to your Google Wallet yet? You can simply tap, pay, and go by using Google Pay from your phone. It's more convenience on the go. Tap into convenience now with CIBC Caribbean and Google Pay.
It's time to set sail on your biggest home projects yet. The spectacular summer sale is on from June 22nd to June 30th at Nassau Tile. Splash into savings with 20% off store-wide, plus deeper discounts on select items. Take 30% off select pool mosaics and 40% off ceramic outdoor tiles. Whether you're kicking off a brand new summer build or refreshing your space, visit our showroom on Dodgewell Street to lock in these incredible savings. For every space, for every style, think Nassau Tile.
Sherwin-Williams Bahamas doesn't mess about when it comes to product range and product knowledge.
If it's a new product come in the store, we walk the store and study that product.
One thing with our boss, if a new product comes in, he takes the time and he's always keeping us up to date with product knowledge. And we just had 9 weeks of different products that we had to study, and we had exams at the end of each product.
Yeah.
The only way we could sell the product effective, we have to know that product. Yeah, that helps us to relate to our customers. It gives us better knowledge to know what product to introduce to them. You understand? So we can know what product to give them to use and what product not to give them to use. So product knowledge is really key in Sherwin-Williams.
They got the keys. And the key is the product knowledge that comes with our extensive product range at Sherwin-Williams Paints, Bahamas. Find color in every day.
Tired of banks forcing you to use technology to bank the way they want you to? Your convenience is important. So no matter what your banking needs, Commonwealth Bank's friendly staff are always available in branch for that personal one-on-one service. But when you choose technology, our online and mobile banking app offers you state-of-the-art functionality. The choice is yours. Commonwealth Bank. Bank the way you want.
Who's gonna tell you when it's too late? Who's gonna tell you things aren't so great? You can't go on thinking nothing's wrong. What? Who's gonna drive you home tonight?
Well, you might be able to drive yourself home in a brand new vehicle if you come out today to Bahamas Bus and Truck. They've got some powerful deals for Dad. That's where we are. Morning Blend coming to you live on this Friday. Dwight Strachan along with Ricardo Wells. And we are with Ben Albury, who's going to tell us about what's happening here today. Just about to begin in an hour or so, right? A little more than an hour?
That's correct. Absolutely. Today is a big day. We're trying to celebrate dads. Dads don't always get all the recognition that they deserve. No. And so today we're trying to show dads some respect and try and get them in a new vehicle at a good price. We're also going to be giving away a brand new grill.
Wow.
Today, so Dad could get out there and cook some burgers and hot dogs for the weekend.
That sounds amazing. Okay, so how does it work, and how do you get to win the grill? What do you have to do? You have to buy a car to win the grill?
Yeah, actually, we're gonna do. Actually, if you come in today, you get an invoice. You talk to the bank, get an approval, maybe a test drive. You don't necessarily have to actually purchase today. Okay. We'll throw you in there, and we'll do a little drawing. Mm-hmm. And give everybody a shot. But we'd love for dads to come by today. We're going to be running some big specials. We got J.S. Johnson on the spot offering some very, very aggressive insurance prices, and Commonwealth Bank is going to be here doing their thing. And we're going to have some on-the-spot financing, and you could possibly get approved and be driving out as early next week.
Wow. Okay, so the flyer says lowest prices of the year. This is one day only, or what are we looking at here?
One day only. We're going to be hitting it hard today. We're going to be going very, very aggressive on our pricing, especially if you come out and the bank says you got a thumbs up and you're all approved. We're ready to. We're slashing prices today and making this a very big one-day event.
Wow. All right. So, do you have to be a dad to get it, or
no? We're offering it to anybody, but we're especially excited to offer it to dads today. Is like I said, sometimes they're the unsung heroes. So we're very happy to reckon as a dad myself. Trying to show some love.
That's great. That is wonderful. You've got a whole lot of wonderful vehicles. The portfolio's expanded. Tell us about that.
Well, I always tell people if you come here and you can't find something, you're not looking. we got something for everybody. We got pre-owned vehicles. We have a very, very, very strong commercial line. Vehicles that we've been representing now longer than I've been alive. Mm-hmm. We have the very well-known Jeep and Ram brands, which are known for strength and longevity, just like our dads are. And we also have our exciting lineup of GWMs, which have been really, really popular since we started selling them. And we also have, as I mentioned to you before we came on the air, we have diesel, we have gas, we have electric, we have plug-in hybrid, we have non-plug-in hybrid.
Wow.
We have, if you want rocket fuel, I'll find one, but whatever we could do. But we don't call ourselves the transportation specialist for nothing.
Tell us a little more about GWM and the buildings taking on the branding for it as well.
Yeah, GWM has really exploded. It's a brand that we represented many years ago, shelved it for a little while. The brand has grown. It's one of the top brands around the world. If you look at South Africa, you look at Australia, you look through Europe, it's a very, very strong and growing brand. And we really doubled down on it. They have a very strong lineup. We have trucks, we have cars, we have SUVs, many, many different styles. I'd say we probably bring in 10 to 12 different models to choose from. So and some crazy interiors, crazy options. And we're very excited about it, and it's been very well received. And the warranties are extremely aggressive. It's a 6-year warranty on the vehicle. If it's a hybrid or an electric, it's a 8-year warranty.
Okay, all right.
And this special we're running today, we're really going to be pushing the hybrids. We have some great deals on hybrid and electric today in honor of you, Dwight, because we know you're a big hybrid and electric guy.
Is the word out? Oh boy.
Yeah, so we,
okay. Thank you.
In honor of you, we're going to be pushing the hybrid and electrics. But like I said, we have a full lineup, and if you can't find it here, it ain't anywhere.
Oh wow! All right, so it all starts at 10.
Yeah, actually, we'll kick off whenever you're ready. But the insurance company and the banks are scheduled to be here from 10 to 4.
So I should invite to come down at 9, start the sightseeing.
Come now.
So by the time they hit here at 10, you're ready to go.
Exactly.
There you go.
You want to be ahead of the curve, you know.
Yeah.
And we're sure that as the day goes on, it's going to be a lot more traffic. So it's better to come out and find the color and the options and that interior that you want before it's too late.
Yeah, excellent. All right, great stuff. If you don't have it here, you can special order it, or how does that work?
Absolutely. We encourage special orders. We take a deposit for a special order, and depending on what it is, we'll give you a timeline. But yeah, we're always very happy to work with people on special orders.
All right. Fantastic. It's going to be a great day. All right, so while we have you here, Ben Olbrich, I have to ask you, with the Bahamas Motor Dealer Association, we were talking about it all morning, the new license fees and requirements to register vehicles. We saw that some dealers are saying they were blindsided by these changes. What's your take on it? What's your perspective?
Yeah, I mean, as always, we're blindsided with changes. One thing that we've done with successive governments is we've always offered consultation. And, they're the government. They're the ones that are going to make the decision in the end. We're not here to tell anybody what to do, but if you have that resource here and readily available in the Bahamas Motor Dealers Association, it's an association we're proud of. It's been around for a very long time. We share a lot of data. We share a lot of information. And successive governments we have offered, please invite us in. If you're making changes, we'd love to discuss it with you. We'd love to, maybe give you some ideas that maybe you may not have considered or thought of, because if you're not in the industry, you're not always, it's just like if they make healthcare changes, I'd like to think that they're going to consult with doctors or people, stakeholders. If they're going to make tourism changes, I would like to think that they're going to speak with stakeholders from the tourism industry. So we welcome any government that's in power to, please feel free to reach out. We'd love to come in. We'd love to talk. We'd love to discuss our industry and what helps to move it and affect it. And, we wanted to be in the best interest, obviously, of us and understand that the government needs revenue. They need to tap into different streams. They need to make policy changes. And when they're ready to do that, we are more than happy to come in anytime and discuss so that we can make sure that these things happen there. And, like now, I have people calling me. I could show you my phone. People texted me, people Facebook messaging me, asking me about it. And the way that I found out about it was actually a news writer contacted me to ask me my opinion.
Wow.
And I said, huh? So I just think it bodes well on whoever the government is to say, hey, look, we've consulted with people in this space, and this is the direction that we're going to go, even if they don't listen to any of our advice, but at least so we could kind of be privy to where the government's mind is at rather than being hit in the back of the head with it.
So what's your take on registration fees being tied to the weight of the vehicle?
Well, I think that's common in many countries. I was kind of surprised to see electric going down because electric vehicles are typically extremely heavy.
They're very heavy, yeah.
Yeah, so they're probably having a lot more wear and tear on the streets. And, they're also not collecting the gas tax as well. So that kind of threw me off a little. When you look at some of these things, this is why I say it kind of makes it, you think, like, where did this come from? What was used as the support to make these changes? And that way when you're asked questions, if I could understand it a little bit, I could probably explain it a little bit better. But again, I know somebody's listening to this show, and I would really, really love an opportunity. We did reach out. I reached out actually last year, wanting to come in and speak with the government on a few other issues. I have not gotten a response yet, but I'm hoping that we will make some contact, and we would love to sit down and give some free advice, whether it's taken or not taken.
Right. And then the concerns about the title and bringing it in as an importer.
Again, that's
clarity on this.
It's very muddy. I've read it. I've read it again. I've read it again. It's very muddy. It doesn't really make, it's not clear, so I can't really understand. Right now, you get a road traffic slip when you clear the vehicle. And then the vehicle obviously is not titled until it goes from the importer to the consumer. Right. So when it comes in, is it going to be titled in Bahamas Bus and Truck, and then I'm going to have to retitle it? I just don't understand what their mindset is. And then the other thing that was confusing is it could be $1,000 fine, 6 months in jail, or both. $1,000 fine and 6 months in jail don't really seem to line up to me. If I was offered $1,000 fine or 6 minutes in jail, I'm probably going to pay the fine. You know what I mean? So it just kind of seems very random and like it was kind of done last minute, I guess you could say. It doesn't really seem. It's not clear to me. I'll leave it at that.
So what can you do?
Well, I mean,
I know you try to meet with them. But,
absolutely, and these things are not etched in stone. They're always able to be amended or changed or maybe reworded to some degree. And I would just love to get some more education as to how this intends to work so that A, for my own knowledge, B, so I could share it with other people, and C, so that if and when this is implemented, we're prepared on day one to work with the government and do what needs to be done.
Yeah.
And not get 6 months in jail for it.
Right. Wow. Okay. One more time, let people know what's going to be happening here today.
Today, we're going to be doing some powerful deals for dads. Maybe some of you ladies out there might want to come out and treat dad to a new truck or a new SUV or a new ride. We love our dads, and we appreciate all they do in this. They're very, very important parts of this community and every community, and they don't always get all the recognition they deserve. So today we're here to honor dads, and we're going to be offering some huge, huge deals for anybody who comes in for them. And I think it's a good day to take advantage of it now that we have insurance company will be here, and J.S. Johnson and Commonwealth Bank, and it's going to be a one-stop shop. And let's get it done.
All right. Sounds good. Ben Aubrey, thank you so much. Thank you for having us here at Bahamas Bus and Truck. I'm going to talk to you nearby one of the cars that I have my eye on.
I think we're making this a monthly thing, Dwight.
Hey, that sounds very good. That sounds very good. Let's work on it. Thank you, Ben. We'll talk again in a few minutes. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're talking food. We're talking food on this as we prepare for Father's Day, plus it's Juneteenth. Chef Simeon Hall Jr. and Chef Antonio Williams with us this morning. We're going to get to them in just a bit. Again, we're live at Bahamas Bus and Truck, this special edition of Morning Blend. Stay with us here on Guardian Radio 96.9.
Your dreams. Who's gonna plug your ears when you scream? You can't go on thinking nothing's wrong.
No one likes a fender bender. Oh, man. From a little scratch to a full mashup, NUA Insurance has got you covered with auto insurance tailored to fit your needs and budget. For affordable rates with free on-site accident assistance, visit us online or in branch and just ask us. NUA Insurance. Ask us because we've got you covered.
Tired of putting life on hold every time the power goes out? Get a Kohler generator from Lightboard Marine and enjoy life without interruption. We stock generators for your home, business, or job site. Need a new generator for your boat? Take command with Kohler's extensive range of marine generators. With 40 years' experience, Lightbore Marine has you covered with parts, service, and the best manufacturer's warranty in the industry. See how a Kohler generator can enhance the quality of your life and the success of your business at Lightbore Marine, 63 East Bay Street. Visit us at lightboremarine.com.
Wendy's and Coca-Cola are giving you the chance to experience the Essence Festival of Culture in New Orleans, July 3rd through 5th. Upgrade any premium lunch combo to a large with the Coke product for your chance to win. Win cash prizes, travel vouchers, or the grand prize, a VIP trip for two to Essence Fest. Grab a day single, Asiago Ranch, Chicken Club, or 3-piece tenders combo today. Eat big, sip Coke, win big with Wendy's and Coca-Cola. Rules and restrictions apply.
50 years of nation building, see the legacy we trust. Oh, the water is our lifeline, and the future flows to us. From the pine barrens to the ocean, in the sun and in the dust, we are building for tomorrow, and the future flows to us. Yeah, yes, yes, the future flows to us.
The Water and Sewage Corporation, celebrating 50 years of nation building.
At Star General, you can go gold. Comprehensive car insurance covers loss or damage from accidents, fire, theft, and third-party liability. But the Gold package gives you increased coverage for rental car and windscreen, personal accident, medical benefits, deductible waiver, and 24-hour roadside assistance where available. Our Star General Gold package also gives you up to $2,500 for accidental damage to a rental car anywhere in the Bahamas. Go gold with Star General. Insurance made simple.
Are you a tourism business owner or ready to become one? At the Tourism Development Corporation, we work with tourism entrepreneurs at every stage, turning ideas into thriving businesses and helping existing ones grow. From business development support and funding opportunities to targeted initiatives and strategic partnerships, we're here to help you take that next step. Build your future in tourism with the Tourism Development Corporation. Visit tdcbahamas.com to learn more.
Guess who's back?
It's that time again for the 31st annual Michael Scootery Peace on the Streets Basketball Classic.
Bring it on now, let's go.
Whether you're a player or a fan, you don't want to miss this one. The action starts July 13th at the Hope Center. Log on to peaceonthestreets.com and register. Come on, everybody, we're going! That's the Peace on the Streets Basketball Classic, where we shoot hopes instead of guns. Game time.
We go everywhere. Shop early at Janae's Chesapeake Road annual back-to-school sale going on now. Get up to 20% off on all school items in stock. Yes, all school items in stock. Shirts, jumpers, skirts, boys' long and short pants, school neckties, PE shorts, and a variety of colors and school monograms. Shop early and don't miss out at Janae's Uniform Center Chesapeake Road's annual back-to-school sale going on now. Remember, we go everywhere. Beat the rush and save at Janae's sale now.
Struggling to find your financial rhythm? Make that move to Fidelity and let us help you orchestrate your financial goals into perfect harmony with free financial coaching sessions. Make that move today. Call 356-7764.
We're good for you.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, streaming on GuardianTalkRadio.com and the Guardian Radio app, Nassau, Bahamas.
I is a homeless man with a belly full of gas, so I would walk by restaurants and stare through the glass. People mashing chicken, steak, fish and rice, but there was one man there who wouldn't take a bite. While he busy talking, he food getting cold, and he woman friend and mad cause it's soon time to go. So I tap on the glass and I point at my gut. He said, hey, what you want, boy? I said, you gonna eat that thing or what? You gonna eat that thing or what? You gonna eat that thing or what? Can't you see I starving gas all in my gut? I'll take a little bit.
Back to Morning Blend. We're coming to you live from Bahamas Bus and Truck, a special edition of the show today. They are having some powerful deals for dads, and that is about to get underway here. And so you definitely want to make your way out here. Dwight Strachan along with Ricardo Wells. And changing gears, talk about Father's Day, talk about Juneteenth in the U.S., talking about food.
Ain't necessary changing gears.
It's
all about Father's Day.
It's all related.
Together.
Cars, food.
That's the way you celebrate Father's Day.
Dad, there you go. Chef Simeon Hall Jr. and Executive Chef Antonio Williams with the British Colonial. Good to have you all with us. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Thanks for having us. Definitely, it's Daddy Weekend, and it's all about the fact that there are some things that we all love as men, and we shouldn't or need to hide that. I mean, because good food, good times, good celebrations, and treating yourself to a new vehicle, that sounds pretty daddy to me.
That sounds like a perfect day. Perfect
that's the combination.
Day. Yeah. All right, so you got something big happening today. We're going to get into that. But also, the food. We always have great conversations about food. And then you mentioned Juneteenth, and this is a Juneteenth edition of the event you're having even. But let people know how we're going to tie all of that together.
Well, Juneteenth is a celebration of the fact that in the South, you had some slaves back in 1865. They didn't realize that or they hadn't gotten all the information that slavery was fully abolished in 1863. So 2 years later, they got rescued. So Juneteenth is a celebration of that. So myself and Chef Antonio, we put together this Juneteenth old school party, and we're calling it Island Soul Food.
Okay.
So it's a kind of blend of Bahamian takes on soul food classics. And then, of course, if you're going to have a party, might as well take it back into the era of the 80s and the 90s. Make sure people remember that we used to have a good time here, Oh, wow. And so that is one of the things that we're trying to do this week.
Yeah, all right. So let's, we're going to get details about the event in a bit, but about the food, what are some things we should keep in mind at this time for this weekend and for Father's Day in general?
Well, this weekend is an opportunity, as we know, to celebrate fathers, right? And I think we should keep it focused on the great fathers that we have. And so provide the food and the experiences that they like, whether it be grilling. We're here at the British Colonial. We're going to celebrate fathers with an amazing Father's Day brunch happening at British Colonial on Sunday from 12 to 4. So that's a great opportunity to celebrate fathers. We have the same excitement that we had for Mother's Day. We spare no expense. We're bringing out all the stops, all the trimmings, the bells, the whistles, right? We want to make sure fathers feel celebrated. And so there's an opportunity to, especially tonight, make sure that we celebrate the type of food that we like to create a comfort environment.
Yeah. All right. So far, I have not heard crab, because this is bigger than crab, right?
Yeah. No.
Because we're overdoing this crab thing.
Oh, right? No, yeah. I mean, I have a article in the paper today in the Guardian about recipes for Father's Day.
Mm-hmm.
So it all ties in. I don't have any crab on my menu for tonight. I think I tell people, crab. I mean, let's look at some other things or add some other things to it. Mm-hmm. I think fathers, if you're going to celebrate somebody, you celebrate them. You don't just box it into, okay, this is all that we are known to do and this is all that we can do. You can snazz it up a little bit. Yeah. And I believe that's what we're doing. I'm doing a dish tonight, which is Johnny cake biscuits with cracked chicken, smoked tomato butter, and goat pepper honey.
Oh, wow.
Bearing in mind, in Juneteenth, it's a celebration. You use a lot of reds in your food because of the connection to slavery and blood sacrifices, etc. So again, we're tying all that together and making some delicious food so that we can eat well, and then we can party well, then you can rub down your knees, then you could go home. And I think that's an amazing evening.
So we know you're writing your book, and so I know you know the history. How did crab and rice become synonymous with Father's Day here?
Well, again, it's something that we have historically done. People don't realize that crab and rice was the foundation of peas and rice. So crab and rice came first. And it was just that most of our men were fishermen. And so that was something that we used to tie in to celebrate them, because it's a little bit more rich, it's a little bit more unctuous, and that's where the celebration comes from. But again, without tying it into all of the historical data, it also allows us just to celebrate with some level of opulence using Bahamian traditions. And so that is why you see it. Now, is it overdone? Are people not using it properly? Are people not doing it the right way? Well, that's something that is debatable. But again, making sure, I say, whatever your father likes the most is what you should celebrate with. Right. If your father is vegan, how you making crab and rice? He want that. Or if he allergic to shellfish, where you going with his crab? So there's ways to celebrate, and celebrate is you use what people like the most. Watch your dad. What does your dad like all year? If he like grilling, then let's grill out on Sunday. Whatever it is to do, then you do that. But again, this is how we celebrate, and you have something to do across the gamut of New Providence in the Bahamas this whole weekend. Whether it is buying a car, going to an event, having great food on Saturday or Sunday, whatever it is, just do it. Yeah. Because that's what celebration is all about.
Yeah, okay. We're going to break for news headlines. When we come back, we'll get deeper into the event tonight and talk some more about food and things you wish people would stop doing across the board.
Oh boy, you always trying to say that.
And things you wish people would do more of. We're going to get into that with Chef Simeon Hall Jr. and Chef Antonio Williams. Again, we're coming to you live at Bahamas Bus and Truck, a big event here today. Powerful deals for Dad. More on that coming up as well. This is a special edition of Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9. Stay with us.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, streaming on GuardianTalkRadio.com and the Guardian Radio app, Nassau, Bahamas. The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of the management and staff of Guardian Radio.
Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day.
Good morning and welcome to a special Morning Blend Business on this Friday, June 19th, 2026. Welcome back to our Morning Blend listeners. Once again, Dwight Strachan with Ricardo Wells. We're coming to you live from Bahamas Bus and Truck for their Powerful Deals for Dad event. About to get underway this morning. You need to be here. The lowest prices of the year on their vehicles and some prizes, other prizes to be won as well. And we're going to find out a little bit more about that during this hour, but that is happening here today. You don't want to miss it here at Bahamas Bus and Truck. But we're also here with, we're talking about food. We're with Chef Simeon Hall Jr. and Chef Antonio Williams, and we're talking about today. It's Juneteenth. We're talking about Father's Day, which is Sunday, and we're going to get them in trouble right now. We always have these conversations with Chef Simeon Hall especially, but the things you wish people wouldn't be cooking this weekend. Let's get into that. And things you wish people would do more of this weekend and beyond. Let's get into that. I want to hear from you about that.
Well, first of all, I think it's very subjective because, as I've always tried to get people to understand, is cook what you like. Cook what's a tradition in your family. There's always conversations and debates about authenticity and traditional. Families, households, communities create traditions. In my house, there's a tradition of. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So don't let anybody discourage you from. I don't know, you put relish in your potato salad. That's your traditional way of doing it at your house. Don't make nobody feel bad of that because that is your tradition. Now, authentically, is that a part of a Bahamian recipe? It is not. It is something that was brought from the South.
Right.
So make sure that you understand that. And especially as you celebrate this weekend, cook the food that your family likes.
Yeah. But don't lock it till you try it too, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like I've said many things that I eat that you say, you know, you turn up
Never.
a pizza.
Right.
You ain't tried sausage sauce yet. Exactly. And hot dog sauce. Exactly. Some people may say, boy, I don't know. But people
I mean, I've had rib sauce. That's close, right?
No,
no,
absolutely.
rib sauce not
No,
close.
no.
Okay, sure.
Sheep tongue sauce, I mean, it's a sheep's tongue. You know what I mean?
I'm not
Some
a fan.
people,
But mutton sauce,
you'll eat mutton sauce.
I'll eat mutton sauce, but not
Okay,
sheep
so
tongue
same
sauce.
difference.
You sure?
Same difference.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So again, it's very subjective. But this weekend, just make sure that you celebrate whomever you're celebrating. Make sure that you're doing it from understanding your audience and not just making the food that you like because you're in the kitchen slaving.
Right.
Because only you want to eat enough food. So if you're making it for somebody, make sure it is a collective experience.
I think
Chef
it's
Antonio?
important to ensure that you can feel intentionality, effort, energy. You can sense planning, right? That's important. If you're going to do something for other this weekend, make sure that there's energy behind it. You can tell when someone is intentional about what it is that they're preparing, right? A high level of energy for the execution of whatever you're preparing for your father.
Yeah.
If you're doing grilled chicken, make sure you put everything into that. Your crab and rice, make sure it can't be no sticky crab and rice this weekend. Like that can't wait for our fathers.
Right.
Or crab few and far in between.
Yeah, like you could barely see the crab in it. Make sure like it's a healthy portion.
Right.
Like you go and plan. Like crab, the boat came last night from Andres. Your crab should be on the boat. You should already have planned this well in advance. You can't call around to your cousin and see if they get crab and rice. Now that man been working hard all being a great father, a great support system. We have to be intentional in this Father's Day.
Yeah, yeah. Wow. All right. What are some things you want people to do more of that you're not hearing?
What I
Bahamas
want
say
people to do
enough
more
about?
of is tap into what actually happens in the Bahamas, especially as it pertains to cultural events, celebrations. A lot of times, especially in New Providence, we say ain't nothing happening. And that's really not the truth. There's a lot of things happening. You just got to find what fits for you. Tonight we're doing this event, and there's obviously a certain demographics that would want to come to a Juneteenth event, that wants to hear 80s and 90s music and wants to be a part of a celebration like this. So, but again, we only could hold like 120 people in the room, no any out. It's 400,000 of us. We only want 120. So find what is there for you to do and support it. Find your local watering hole, your restaurant that you support and support it. Support your local fisherman and your farmer. The best way to get plenty things is to be consistent. If your fisherman only see you for Easter, you ain't getting no deals.
Yeah.
He don't have no deals for you because he don't see you. You don't support him. That's his livelihood. But if you go there often, then you will see it. I still don't understand why so much salmon is selling in the Bahamas. I can't.
Why do you say that?
I mean, and a salmon is catch of the day. Who catching salmon in the Bahamas? Catch of the day, salmon. How? Well, where these salmon is?
Right. Yeah, it's not a
I
thing.
don't get
It
it.
don't exist.
I don't understand it. So we'll eat that and praise that.
Right.
But then you wouldn't go and support your local fishermen. And I mean that for restaurants, hotels, businesses, because that's where you develop those relationships that can help you when times are lean. I don't ever run out of produce and proteins. I don't. Because I with my fishermen and paying them top dollar. So when it's scarce for you, when I walk in, my stuff then ready to go. And you can't find nothing. Why? Because I'm consistently there. So if you do that, you'll find that it benefits you and it's something that it makes a lot of sense. And like I just alluded to, sea bass, salmon, all these other products that you know for sure. Because if you see salmon in Bahamian's water, All us need to pack up, go down to the Bahamas here and start moving. Because it can't exist in our waters. But you see it all the time. It's also too, one of the myths that you see in restaurants, in places, is when the weather was bad for the last 3 weeks and you get catch of the day. Where, chef? Wow. You catch this, and it was certainly thunderstorming where I was. And the weather was rough. And the fisherman tell me he can't go out, but you get fresh catch. What you mean? Well, how? That doesn't exist.
Right.
So we just have to be understanding that in order for us to secure our culture, and especially our food culture, we have to be a part of that. You know what I mean? So we have to understand that. Understand what buying fresh pigeon peas look like. Go to the farmer's market on Saturday. You don't always have to buy tin because it's convenient.
Right.
Go and support your local farmers. And guess what? You walk away with more value for product. Go to an event like a Juneteenth. Go to cultural events. Go to the things, the pop-ups and all those stuff that used to make us amazing. Go do it. When last you passed by Montague, for example, and stop and buy some conch fritter from the woman who still is make the conch fritter on the grill with charcoal and wood, and she frying fritter's daughter. Wow. When last you did that? And then you'll be the first one to cry, people taking over our country. Well, you know, anyway, let me stop, y'all.
No, I mean, it's
like
got to
me,
be said.
get me in
It's got to be said. You got to say it. Again, we're talking with Chef Simeon Hall Jr. and Chef Antonio Williams. Give us a call, 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4259. Call us toll free as well. You can tweet us, you can Facebook us, text us 422-4796. Chef Antonio, look at you, had something to say. I can see it.
No, I was just saying that even just to add to what Chef Hall was doing, it creates a more sustainable environment, right? And so I often visit the Montague Ramp to get fresh fish, and so it adds to what you can do. Yes, most Bahamians you go to the door, they only want grouper, or they want their snapper, but there's so many other things that you get your Margaret fish, you get your parrot fish, all of those things. There, right? We also want to encourage persons to even the lionfish, right? That is an invasive species, and it sort of erodes what we do. So it's a great thing for persons to encourage them to use that so that we could actually maintain our coral reefs, right?
Definitely.
I think that's important.
Yeah. All right. So let's talk about tonight. Do you have 120 people already?
No, we still have some space.
Okay.
We still definitely have some space. A lot of people want to come and pay at the door, which is fine. But we also have online payment, BritishColonial.com. You can go in and buy your tickets now. We have some space, but space is limited. Like I said, it's on the 7th floor, so it is an experience. The last one that we had was October 16th, and that was absolutely amazing. One of the things that I like about British Colonial is it has a very strong Bahamian community footprint. They embrace partnerships with others, especially from your local communities, and they do that very well. Also, too, British Colonial is known for great food. You know what I mean? So when I go to cook with Antonio, I try my best all the time, but you make sure that you try even a little bit harder when you go into that space, because they cooking down there.
Right.
They ain't playing. They have an all Bahamian team. And so when Grammy them start cooking, they cooking.
Wow.
When I go to British Colonial, first thing I ask is what in the calf? Because I know that's where the good food is. Because that's where Grammy them really, really cooking. And so that bleeds over into what they do. And so tonight, we have several bites. And we have Antonio's new pastry chef is going to celebrate some of his dishes as well, all around that island soul food Juneteenth expression. And so, again, we can eat, then you can sit down and shake that down for a little bit, then you can get up and you can start doing your thing.
Oh, tell us the setup. So is it tables or
no? It's a house party feel, right?
Okay.
Exactly.
You know, back in the day, you push all of your furniture on the side. On the side, the figurine. Yeah, figurine. Those who remember. right? You got to put those away. So it's the same type feel.
Okay.
We pushing everything to the side. We make sure that persons are able to relax, have a little dance, enjoy, right? Space to eat for those of us who need a little leg room. So feel of the event.
All right, and again, it's Take Me Back, so it's old school music.
Yeah, 80s, 90s, early 2000 playlists. Something that we've curated with the DJ who's going to be there. And it is going to be absolutely a combination of nostalgia and fellowship, because that's what food is.
Right.
That's what, like Chef was saying, a good house party. When we designed this, that was the first thing we said. Well, where we can put the furniture? Where you put the furniture when people come to have a house party? Along the wall.
Right.
And so people who need to sit down, you can sit down. When you need a break, you can get a break. But I can tell you, this one of them environments, some people is from they get there until they leave, that's what is happening. And so that is what we want people to enjoy.
Right.
Because again, it is that feeling that we want to bring, and around food bring an equal component to the music and the good celebrations and the vibes. Because we're getting ready to do this, and then right after this, we're doing something else, and then right after that, we're doing something else. So it's not going to stop.
We partner with the DJ Fresh International, right? And so he's curated a whole playlist of those hits. And again, just like Chef Hall said, we want to be intentional about the food, and we want to create that soul food environment where you don't expect that type of food out of a hotel.
Yeah.
You expects to go to someone's house and be like, wow, this tastes good. I want to eat this with my hands.
Oh, wow.
I don't need no fork. I want to get down in this, and that's the type of vibe that we want to have. You could kick off your shoes, you could relax. This has been a long week. You could really have a nice time tonight. That's the environment that we want to create.
Okay, all right. And then you've got these offerings every night. You could find this at British Colonial.
So British Colonial, some of those things we have on the menu, but we do have Sakana. That's our sushi restaurant that we serve from Tuesday to Saturday from 6 to 10. We have our Wood Rogers Club open daily. That's our lobby bar, is open daily from Monday to Sunday, and it's open from 11 to 11. Okay. And so some of those things, great things you could have there in the lobby area. Yes.
Okay. All right. So again, with tonight, how much are tickets again, and how do we get the tickets?
BritishColonial.com, and you go to events and happenings. It's $95 a person, plus a little bit of the taxes and all that. I know you always talking about taxes earlier, but it's very affordable when you're talking about the grand scheme of things. This is one of our events that we were very intentional with the price so that it can be accessible. But if you think about it, that's what you're going to do. And then, if I'm not mistaken, we will have a premium bar, open bar sales for that as well.
Okay.
So it definitely is something that we believe that is very accessible to 150 people.
Yeah. All right. So I have to ask you this in our final few minutes. Got to give us an update on the book. Every time. So
listen,
we're getting closer, right?
Yeah. Yep. We're getting closer. I'm super excited about that. For Independence, I'm headed down to Eleuthera. And when I'm in Eleuthera, there's some more content that we're going to curate down there.
Okay.
I'm super excited to get that. Because don't forget now, the book is not about food of New Providence, but food of the Bahamas. And so I'm tapping into all of these different areas to make sure that I am able to tell the Bahamian food story. And so that is one thing that I'm super excited about. And doing it for the Independence Weekend, again, it opens up so many possibilities. And we're also doing it in the height of farming season because we're going to be on a farm.
Yeah.
And so that is going to help us with some of the recipes that is going to be later featured in the book.
Okay. That's exactly what I asked. You get in Eleuthera, you get in July. I need to know the dish. Oh, man. Well,
first of all, it's a weekend. It's going to be at the farm. It's from a part of the Little Islands Hotel group. They have 3 properties on the island. And so the farm is where we're going to be. And literally, I've gotten a list of what should be there.
Okay.
Once we get there, we'll confirm it. Mangoes are going to be in the height of season. So we have all of their fresh herbs that we're going to use. We have pineapple. is going to be there. Ilucha sugar loaf, not pineapple. Don't
There's a
forget,
difference.
we use the sugar loaf.
Okay.
And so we're using sugar loaf, and we're creating all sorts of drinks and food. So again, give an opportunity for people to be intentional and travel to Ilucha. Everybody always looking for something to do. It is a great opportunity to go and experience that culture and that part of the Bahamas for the entire weekend. We're doing an event on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
So we can go live.
And so it's definitely
Good idea.
something that's going to be very food-centric.
Wow.
This property is awe-inspiring. It is a part of that rejuvenating tourism. When you go there, it is very, very, it's a sensory journey. There's part of the hotel that there's no TVs in the room, there's no Wi-Fi, etc., etc. And so you have this part, and then we're going to now take that and immerse you in that. So again, the reason why the book is doing what the book is doing is because I'm allowing all of these experiences to help shape it.
Yeah.
If I didn't go to Eleuthera, I wouldn't have been able to put this part of the book together because I wouldn't have experienced it. But now that we're experiencing it, man, I can't wait to put sugar loaf in there. I can't wait to put, they have 5 different types of mangoes. And just so people know and understand what we're doing is, for example, there's a recipe on how to make coconut rush. And coconut rush is fresh coconut milk. Making coconut milk from scratch. Ain't no canned coconut milk in my book. You're making fresh coconut milk. And I have and developed coconut milk recipes that people can follow. That's one of the things that we don't have in the Bahamas, is somebody who is accurately told those stories. But when you go to different islands, you can't go in some parts of Andros and talk with you going to the store to buy no coconut milk.
Right.
Because Grammy gonna ask you if you sure you's a chef. Because you look like you can't cook.
Right.
But and I learned that from somebody in Central Andros. And so it's in the book.
Yeah.
And so for this event, we have coconut milk there, and we're making our own coconut milk.
All right, we got a call. Let's take this call, and I want to ask you some about independence and food. But
like trouble, boy.
Caller, good morning. You're live on the air.
Good morning. Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah, we're live. We can hear you, Sparky.
Oh, I was wondering if Mr. Hall was still talking. But you know, Mr. Hall, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, the other day, mangoes, and in my yard you got mangoes, you got the peach mango, and then you got the big mangola. I don't have no stringy mango here. But then I got tamarind, and I got sugar bananas. I didn't even know my 2 sugar bananas in the backyard. I had bunches on it till I walked underneath and saw some on the ground. The whole bunch was already ripe. So I made some mangola, banana with kiwi and strawberry. Put all of them in the blender one time, even the mango skin. And I made ice cream. Put that in the fridge. The next morning I had that kind of ice cream. So there's so many things that, and I love the dog. I love the stove. My mother died when I was 15, but her and my grandmother, they taught me how to go in the kitchen and cook for the family. And when I go in there and I doing my soups and stuff, I can't tell you what all inside there, but everything in there is healthy, vegetables. I try to stay away from the red meat, and just maybe do use some oxtail or something like that, put it in there. But the kitchen, man, that's the sweetest place, but especially when you retire. You ain't got nothing to do but go to the kitchen, go to the bathroom, and then the bed to listen to Dwight and Guardian talk shows.
Well,
thank you so much.
That's great. Thank you. Thank you. That was a good thing, right? That he listens to. Oh, great. Thank you, Sparky. Appreciate that. It's good story. All right, so I got to ask you this. The U.S. Independence Day is coming up. Everybody knows they do hot dogs, hamburgers. They got independence food. We got other countries around us. They have independence food. They got New Year's Day food. Do we have anything special for specific days?
Of course. The Bahamas has a lot of food. again, we have
I
to
mean,
remember.
we see we eat the same thing over all the time.
Well, I
No?
mean, there's eat hot dog and hamburger all the time.
Maybe.
This is just the same thing. But again, like
Can we
were
come up with
talking
something
about-
special for Independence?
Yeah, for sure. What I'm doing is for the actual Independence Day, we have a gala dinner. And at that gala dinner, we're doing a elevated reinterpretation of Bahamian classics. Okay? So that people can also see that our food can be elevated and at a fine dining status. Right? But then, like we've discussed on this show many times, there is more to Bahamian food culture than Nasuvian food. Food in New Providence. So we have to make sure that we understand that there is so much stuff. I said on this show the last time, and I don't know, I don't remember your response, but in parts of the Bahamas, they eat boiled fish with coconut milk. We eat pickled conch. We eat conch salad with garlic salt. So it's so diverse. But again, according to where you live and where you grow up and what you grow up around, you may see that as, oh, you could only have this, that ain't how it go.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of food expressions here. There is a common denominator with our food, but then it branches out into all of these absolutely delicious layers.
Yeah. Wow. All right. One more time about tonight. Let people know how to get those tickets as we get ready to take a break.
You can go on BritishColonial.com, you go to events, and there will be a platform for you to book the link. Or you can also just show up tonight, and you can pay at the door. We'll be waiting for you, and we're ready to go, ready to party, eat great food, have a great time in a great environment.
So this is Volume 2. This is gonna be a regular thing. We're gonna looking for Volume 2, Volume 3 soon. Yeah?
For sure. I mean, why not? I mean, it's been successful in the past, but that success depends on the audience and the people and making sure you come out, have a good time, support, and then we do it again. Why not? The Bahamas used to be known for these sort of dinner and dinner event series. Dinner and a show used to be a common thing in the Bahamas. But you don't really see that as much anymore. And so there's a marriage between food, music, and art. That is where you get culture from. And so we're trying to make sure that those opportunities come back, and come back in a very intentional way, and making sure that our Bahamian food culture is not forgotten, is not erased. And I can tell you, it's certainly a little rough now. There's some shimmers of hope. There's some light at the end of the tunnel, but we all have to be involved in it. And the best way to do that is to support.
So at British Colonial, we have a British Colonial Experiences page. We are open to partnering with persons. We're open to creating experiences, right?
Yeah.
For our guests and locals alike, right? We want to keep that rich heritage, Bahamian heritage, and that we want persons to be known for creating that type of feel for persons.
Oh, well, sounds good. So Chef Simeon Hall, next one we're gonna do this at British Colonial in the kitchen.
Why not?
We do the show live.
Why
and-
not?
Yeah.
You're always invited.
Okay.
We can hook that up tomorrow.
All right, we'll get all the
that's
Morning
one
Blend
thing.
co-hosts to come.
And then we
we'll-
could actually sit down and eat.
Yeah, exactly.
But what we're going to eat is non-traditional New Providence dishes.
Oh, wow.
So things that you, my good friend and host, will need to be exposed to
Yeah.
and taste. And who knows, maybe you'll walk away being converted.
There you go. Get out of the bubble, right? Right,
There you go.
Ricardo? All right, we're going to make that happen.
Yeah, for sure.
Be open to have you. We have a table already prepared for you.
Okay, sounds good. Chef Simeon Hall Jr. and Chef Antonio Williams. Thank you very much again. Old School Party Volume 2 tonight at British Colonial,
Yes,
7th
sir.
floor. Yep. All right, it's going to be a great time.
Yep.
All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, again, we're live from Bahamas Bus and Truck. They got a big event happening today. You don't want to miss it. More details on that when we get back. This special edition of Morning Blend Business on Guardian Radio 96.9. Stay with us, folks.
He takes some fish and chips. The American crab fried chicken. That's a native dish. Frenchman bypass the food. He heads straight for the wine. The German just his heel, then Billy played with feel. Then along come a bohemian, a mountain on he played. He act like he never eat before, and he ain't gonna eat no more. He had 5 pieces of chicken, macaroni and cheese, roast beef, pork chop, rice and black-eyed peas. He had cucumber, crack salad too, potato salad and coleslaw, just to name a few. Now when he passed, I asked him, said, oh boy, is that all? No, I'll be back for seconds. These plates are far too small. And he had 5 pieces of chicken, macaroni and cheese, roast beef, pork chop, rice and black.
Hey folks, thanks for your patience. We'll be taking off very shortly. You should be wheels up in about 40 minutes. And due to a bumpy ride, snacks and beverage service has been suspended. AC has given us some trouble, sorry folks. And Wi-Fi is out. And so is the entertainment. Yeah, I'm sorry about the smell, folks. We are aware.
I know.
Just one more quick note. We are going to have to deplane.
Come on! We're like the plane ride that isn't a nightmare. CG Atlantic Agents and Brokers. Good like that.
Planning for retirement can be overwhelming, but with CFAL, it doesn't have to be. We offer tailor-made individual, group, and pension solutions that take the guesswork out of retirement planning. Whether it's for you or your company, don't leave your future to chance and let the trusted hands of CFAL's experts guide you toward peace of mind and financial stability. Low upfront costs and affordable monthly payments make it easy for you to build wealth so you can live well. Visit us at cfal.com to start on your path toward financial freedom. CFAL, growing wealth for future generations.
It's time to set sail on your biggest home projects yet. The spectacular summer sale is on from June 22nd to June 30th at Nassau Tile. Splash into savings with 20% off store-wide, plus deeper discounts on select items. Take 30% off select pool mosaics and 40% off ceramic outdoor tiles. Whether you're kicking off a brand new summer build or refreshing your space, visit our showroom on Dodgewell Street to lock in these incredible savings. For every space, for every style, think Nassau Tile.
Down Home West End Fish Fry Festival presents to you the Mini Pop-Up 2026. It's going down Friday, July 10th at the Garden, Blue Hill Road South and Zion Boulevard. Gates open 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. Admission $10. There's going to be music by DJ Rebel, live performances by the Porn Band, and Stevie S. Drinks and food will be on sale. Conch Salad by L&C Conch San. Seafood by S&K on the Bay. And don't forget your fish and panny cake. Come lay low in the gardens at the Down Home West End Fish Fry Festival Mini Pop-Up.
It is time for your morning business report, brought to you by CFAL. Cable Bahamas Limited has extended its share buyback program for another year, signaling continued confidence in the company's financial position and long-term growth prospects as it seeks to continue to enhance value for its shareholders. The company announcing yesterday that its board of directors approved an extension of the existing share repurchase program for ordinary shares effective July 1st. So that extension reflects the board's continued focus, we're told, on optimizing the company's capital structure and enhancing long-term shareholder value. The program will now remain in effect through June 30th, 2027. That extension follows Cable Bahamas' repurchase of 262,417 shares valued at $945,691 during fiscal year 2025. At the time, the company said the initiative formed part of its strategy to improve shareholder returns while maintaining disciplined financial management. SunCash is looking ahead to hurricane season and putting in place for infrastructure in the event of a storm affects the movement of physical currency. Business Development Manager Sean Smith telling Guardian Business that SunCash is going to make transferring money easier for support groups like the Salvation Army this hurricane season. It says that Sand Dollar's central bank digital currency has continued to become more widely accepted throughout the country and becoming more prolific throughout the Family Islands, and that utilizing the system for payroll has been successful. A new conservation initiative aimed at protecting one of the country's most important food resources has reached a milestone, with the first queen conch successfully hatched and reared in a mobile aquaculture laboratory now operating in Eleuthera. Researchers from Florida Atlantic University's Harbor Branch Oceanographic Institute and the Island School's Cape Eleuthera Institute announcing Wednesday that the Queen Conch Mobile Lab has become fully operational following the arrival of its first queen conch egg masses and the first successful hatch. Researchers explained that across the Caribbean, an estimated 31,000 tons of queen conch were harvested annually between 1980 and 2020, representing nearly $39 million in fisheries value each year. The project forms part of the Cape Eleuthera Queen Conch Conservancy, which was launched earlier this year to help restore declining conch populations throughout the Bahamas and the wider Caribbean. Scientists say approximately 200 juvenile conchs have already been produced from the first egg mass, while more than 100 additional conchs from subsequent egg masses have successfully completed metamorphosis, a critical stage in the species' development. And local water sports operator says that sector representatives must be involved in all discussions surrounding the sector's regulation. Astrid Charlton, Director of Business Development and Marketing at My Own Water Sports Limited, saying that any plan that is intended to regulate, reform, or improve the jet ski and wider water sports industry must include the voices of those who work within it every day. Charlton telling Guardian Business that she hopes the meeting, which included Minister of Transportation Leon Lundy and U.S. Ambassador to the Bahamas Herschel Walker, was productive and represents a genuine step towards meaningful action benefiting the industry, visitors, and the Bahamas as a whole. The Ministry of Transportation, in a release sent to the media, said it strongly condemns sexual assaults allegedly perpetrated by water sports operators. The statement noted that Wednesday, Lundy hosted senior government officials from several departments who met with Walker to discuss the issue. Overseas, the average U.S. price for a gallon of gasoline fell below $4 Thursday, hitting a level not seen since the first month of the war with Iran, providing a bit of relief to consumers squeezed by soaring costs. Although the tentative peace deal between the U.S. and Iran and the resumption of oil shipments through the Strait of Hormuz are pushing energy prices downward, the cost of gas is still much higher than before the war began on February 28th. According to Motor Club AAA, a gallon of regular gasoline averaged $3.99 Thursday. It was the first time since late March, that prices were that low, and the drop aligns with easing crude oil costs overall, with markets expressing optimism in recent weeks about the prospect of a peace deal. And in your Market Watch, recapping trading on the BISX from Thursday. Your market movers, APD Limited moving 2,550 shares, closing at $50. Cable Bahamas moving 14,742, closing at $378, unchanged. Galena Holdings moving 22,356, unchanged at $18. Consolidated Water up 4 cents, closing at $5.98. Emira Incorporated up 6 cents, closing at $12.67. The BISX All Share Index closing at 3,234.55, up 0.10. That's your Market Watch, and that is your Morning Business Report, brought to you by CFAL, growing wealth for future generations. Let's bust some truck in just a bit here on Guardian Radio 96.9.
Put more money back in your pocket with the Fidelity Debt Consolidation Loan. Why pay more when you can pay less? Reduce your monthly debt payments down to one low, easy debt consolidation loan today. Call 356-7764.
Fidelity, we're good for you.
Wake up and cash in with Everybody Wins Live. For the entire month of June, every purchase made between 6 a.m. and 10:30 a.m. at participating stores gives you a chance to win exciting prizes, surprise rewards, and qualify for our early bird morning spend. Catch those early hours, play big, and have a shot to win even bigger in the month of June. More hours, more fun, and more opportunities to win. Only at Everybody Wins Live, where the early bird always wins. Terms and conditions apply. Remember to game responsibly.
At CFAL, we understand that a secure future is the greatest gift you can give your employees. That's why our tailor-made group pension solutions are designed to fit the needs of both large and small companies. With CFAL, you can provide the retirement you and your employees deserve, ensuring peace of mind and financial stability for years to come. Join the many businesses that have already entrusted CFAL to create the right pension plan for their employees, and let us help you build a brighter future for your team. Visit us at cfal.com to get started on building wealth so you can live well. CFAL, growing wealth for future generations.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, streaming on GuardianTalkRadio.com and the Guardian Radio app, Nassau, Bahamas.
Back with Morning Blend Business on Guardian Radio. It's a special edition of the show again. Coming to you live from Bahamas Bus and Truck. It's about to get started in just a few minutes. Dwight Strachan along with Ricardo Wells. We are here for the Powerful Deals for Dad event they're having. And from 10 to 4, the lowest prices of the year on their vehicles. And they've got a lot of brands. They got a lot. They got Mitsubishi, they got Jeep, they've got GWM and Haval. Tell us about that one. What is that, Ben Olbrey?
So GWM is the parent company. Haval is the SUV line. The truck line is Power, which we're using as the theme for our today. And then the car line is Aura, which is the electric vehicles, which I'm going to try sell you one of those in a few minutes. But the trucks are called the Power line. The SUVs are called the Haval line. Just like if you had a GMC line, a Cadillac line, but it's all Chevrolet in the sense.
Wow. Okay. So we can walk. Let's look at some of these. You're gonna.
This Power that you're looking at here.
Power.
This pickup truck has got a crazy.
That interior is beautiful.
Crazy interior.
Wow.
I wish our listeners could actually see what we're looking at, but it's a beautiful interior.
That's like a luxury car interior.
This is available in diesel as well as it's available in a gas. That's also a plug-in hybrid, which is what I'm enjoying right now. This is a beautiful vehicle and it's been very, very popular. This is the Haval H9, and you'll notice when I open the doors, you see the side steps fold out. This is a 7-passenger. This has a huge display, massaging seats, 360 cameras. This will cook you breakfast, whatever you want. Right there. Third row. This has been a very, very good seller for us.
How much is something like this going for?
Something like this is in the high 50s. batting. We also have the tank here, which it comes a Tank 300, which is very Wrangler-esque. And then we have a Tank 500, which is larger than this in a slightly different design. But I'd like for you to just feel the door on that. Just, yeah.
I get why they call it tank.
Yeah.
Okay, that is very robust, as they say. Oh, that's nice. That is nice.
The screen makes up almost the entire dashboard.
Oh, wow.
It goes from here all the way to there.
This is nice. And what about this one? What's the cost on this one?
Well, we have two different variations in this that are also both in the 50s. This comes as a non-plug-in hybrid, or it comes as a straight ICE gas model.
Wow. And what has been the response to the hybrids and the plug-ins and the electrics?
Hybrid, I think, has been the best received. And it comes down a lot of times to price point. You know what I mean? It comes down to if people can afford to go to the hybrid, or if they want to stick with the gas, or some people just may not be comfortable yet with the technology. But it's nice that we have plug-in options and we have non-plug-in. In the GWM, I personally had a non-plug-in, which was nice because I never had to be considerate of, am I going to be near a charger at a particular time? The vehicle regenerates itself through the use of the vehicle, the braking of the vehicle, and so on and so forth. So it's a nice technology.
So I got to ask you this. They look tough. They look very rugged. Are they as tough as they look? Can you really, like the streets in New Providence are very, require a rugged vehicle, but if you were on the Family Island, can you handle those type conditions?
Absolutely. We have these in Eleuthera. I even have one going to Great Harbor Key very shortly. But I always tell people when they come down and look at it, obviously they're always impressed with the style and with the design. My encouragement is get in one and drive it. I'd say if I've done 100 test drives, 99 of those people are purchased. And I've also, if they've mentioned that they're looking at competitors, which obviously a lot of people are, drive theirs and come and drive ours. I can almost guarantee you're going to know which direction to go in.
That is pretty cool. Okay, let's take a look at the electrics that you were talking about.
Okay, so this one here is a non-plug-in hybrid. This one here, which is the Aura GT, which they call it a GT for a reason. This thing is crazy. Like I want to take this on the track and win some money,
We're going to open it up and take a look. Oh, this is.
Some people say it has like a Porsche kind of front end. You get the red accents, as you notice, there's carbon fiber throughout the exterior of the vehicle. When you get in the vehicle, there's a beautiful red and black two-tone interior. And you also have the luxury of having the seats embroidered with the GT as well, which is really, really sexy.
How long has this one been on the market? This is pretty new, eh?
For us, it's only been on the market, I guess, a little bit over a year, but it's been around longer than that. This is actually a platform that they've expanded on. They now have an Aura 5, which is more of a crossover. But this Aura line has been one of their heavy hitters.
This is fully electric?
Fully electric.
So what type of mileage are we looking at here? What are some of the specs?
That I would need, I can't riddle that off just right off the top.
And we can take test drives. People coming today can take test drives on these?
Yeah, the range I think is about 300 miles. Absolutely, we are encouraging people, please come down, please take a drive. We would love to entertain you and show you what we have to offer. And like I said, driving is believing.
Wait a minute. Is that the price?
That is the price. We're running a special on this today. You can get a fully electric Aura GT for under $50,000 VAT inclusive.
Wow, that's pretty good. That is pretty good. Oh, hey. All right, and what about this one over here?
I'll tell you what, if anybody comes in today and mentions the show, I'll knock another $2,000 off the price.
Okay. All right, Ben Aubrey. Wow. I hope people heard that. You got to get down to Bob's Bus and Truck today.
That's on the Aura GT.
Okay.
So this is what they call the Jolian. This comes in several different models. We have HEV, we have ICE, we have a City, we have a Pro. So we have numerous different interiors. We have numerous different options, sunroof, no sunroof. All of them come with a very large screen, cameras. incredible sound systems, all LED lighting. And even on the Joliet, you still pick up some of the carbon fiber accents and styling that they put into this. So even though this
paint is very impressive.
very luminescent paint, depending on the color you catch it in. And this, we have models in this starting in the gas from 28. Yeah, that's VAT inclusive. I know a lot of my competitors like to advertise prices, and when you read the fine print, it's not VAT inclusive. That's VAT inclusive. That's a 6-year warranty, rust-proof, licensed, inspected plates. We're giving you 4 free services. We're rolling out the red carpet for you.
And the price for the electric?
This is the hybrid. It's right now at $37 and change. Again, if anybody comes in and they're interested in the hybrid today and they mention you or they mention the show, we'll give them another $1,500 off of this.
Oh, my goodness. Okay. Yeah, these are very good deals today.
We're not here to play today, Dwight. You know, it's Friday. I could be in the boat today. I could be, hanging out, doing whatever. We're here to do business today.
It's excellent stuff. All right, so we got some text messages coming in. This person's asking, do you still sell Ram trucks?
We do, absolutely. We love our Ram trucks. We do have some Ram trucks on order. We don't have anything in stock right now, but if you come in, we're happy to go over what we have on order with you. And we're also happy to special order if you have because Ram carries obviously 700, 1,500, 2,500, crew cab, single, there's Laramie, there's a Bighorn, there's a number of different options, and we know people love their trucks and they love them the way they love them. So if we don't have what you want coming, we're happy to order it for you.
Okay, and if you're looking for a simple economy car, do you have that too? I know you have some used vehicles as well. What can you tell us about that?
We have pre-owned vehicles in stock. We have pre-owned SUVs. We have pre-owned vans. We have pre-owned cargo vans. Like I said, we have a very strong commercial line as well. So we have golf carts. We got everything except bicycles. So when you're ready, come on down and see us.
So remind folks who might not have heard you earlier, let people know what's going to be happening here today, beginning in just a few minutes.
So today we're doing powerful deals for Dad, thanking dads for what they do for us and showing them how much we love them. We encourage everybody to come on down. We're running specials. We're going to have Commonwealth Bank here on property. J.S. Johnson is going to be here offering very, very aggressive rates. And we just love for you to come down and pay us a visit.
Great stuff from 10 till...
Well, we're technically, the insurance company and the banks will be here from 10 to 4. We're here from now until 5. Yeah.
So no excuse. Got to come down here. Powerful deeds for Dad or Mom or you or somebody you love, anybody. Today is the day. And you heard it. You mentioned Morning Blend. You might even get a discount, a further discount. So great stuff, Ben Albury. Thank you so much for having us here today and for sharing this with us. And happy Father's Day to you and to everybody out there. We're going to take a very quick break, and then we're going to wrap things up from Bahamas Bus and Truck today. Ben, thank you again.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, we'll be right back, folks. Stay with us.
At CFAL, we understand that a secure future is the greatest gift you can give your employees. That's why our tailor-made group pension solutions are designed to fit the needs of both large and small companies. With CFAL, you can provide the retirement you and your employees deserve, ensuring peace of mind and financial stability for years to come. Join the many businesses that have already entrusted CFAL to create the right pension plan for their employees, and let us help you build a brighter future for your team. Visit us at cfal.com to get started on building wealth so you can live well. CFAL, growing wealth for future generations.
Wake up and cash in with Everybody Wins Live. For the entire month of June, every purchase made between 6 a.m. and 10:30 a.m. at participating stores gives you a chance to win exciting prizes, surprise rewards, and qualify for our early bird morning spin. Catch those early hours, play big, and have a shot to win even bigger in the month of June. More hours, more fun, and more opportunities to win. Only at Everybody Wins Live, where the early bird always wins. Terms and conditions apply. Remember to game responsibly.
Down Home West End Fish Fry Festival presents to you the Mini Pop-Up 2026. It's going down Friday, July 10th at the Garden, Blue Hill Road South and Zion Boulevard. Gates open 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. Admission $10. There's going to be music by DJ Rebel, live performances by the Porn Band, and Stevie S. Drinks and food will be on L&C Constan. Seafood by S&K on the Bay. And don't forget your fish and panny cake. Come lay low in the gardens at the Down Home West End Fish Fry Festival Mini Pop-Up.
All right, so that is going to do it for us today. A special show here, live from Bahamas Bus and Truck. Dwight Strachan along with Ricardo Wells. And you got to come out and take advantage of these specials they have going on here. And mention Morning Blend. They might even get you somewhere else.
Definitely a really good selection for Father's Day.
Fantastic
So if you're
stuff.
in the market and you're looking for the perfect gift, this is the location to start that search.
Okay. Everybody, hope you have a wonderful weekend. Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. Have a safe, wonderful time. We'll be back on Monday with more Morning Blend and Morning Blend Business right here on Guardian Radio 96.9. Have a great day, everybody. Stay tuned for On the Clock with Aaron Green coming up next.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, streaming on GuardianTalkRadio.com and the Guardian Radio app, Nassau, Bahamas.